Hello, my beauties. Okay, so we're having a couple tech issues here. So hold on, let me fix here what's going on. I don't understand, for the love of God. I'm having a million tech issues, let's put it that way. And yes, it's bright in here. I could probably kill one of these lights. I'm still experimenting with what. See, now we have a. I can't. I need to get some like shades in this window, number one. Number two, where the camera is not exactly ideal, even though I've effed around with it like 72 and a half times. It is not ideal to where I want it. You guys over to this screen. I want to move this over here. I want to opposite this shit. Okay. Okay. Well, darlings, here I am, back again. I would have been here yesterday. Oh, thank you, darling. And I would have called you back yesterday, but my sister fell and slipped on ice at 37 weeks pregnant, and so that was a no-go. So hospital visit it was. She is fine, the baby is fine, but that was obviously more important. So that's why I was not here yesterday. So I apologize. Why are my bubbles? Okay, I'm gonna fix the bubbles here. Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you. I still have to, I gotta mess around with all this stuff back here before I figure out, and room's kind of empty still, so it's a little echoey. But like once I get all of that out of the way, it'll be much better. I promise. I promise. Yes, this is my very long phone cord, and I'm gonna plug my phone in because I went to sleep last night without plugging it in like a smart person. So it is on like 20% for no reason whatsoever. So the shenanigans have been afoot. Still. Jess Machado had a meltdown. I mean, one of several she has. Yeah, it's one step at a time at this point. My first order of business in the new place is really worrying about like the basics, groceries, bed, couch, curtain rods, and then we worry about the rest. Worry about the most, right now, important things first, and then it'll be just like step by step on what I mess around with back here and figure out whether I want to use my green screen, whether I just want to, this is part of my desk. This is like the side part of my desk. Whether I want to, mess around with putting things in the background a little closer, a little further away, on the wall, not on the wall. I don't know. It'll be great once I'm done. There's a lot of space sort of like over here as well that you guys simply can't see. But I feel like I'm going to make that like my crafting area over there, like where I make cups and shirts and things like that when I have free time, which has been about zero lately. Free time? What's free time? Does anybody know what that is lately? I have no idea. What the hell free time is lately? All right. So I had been checking out all the shenanigans. I do. It's bigger, Danny. It's bigger. This one is like almost, I think, 1,100 square feet. On my Amazon. It is in the description of the video. I did. So I moved all of the things in my Amazon wish list around, and basically it's like things I need for the house, mostly 99.9% things I need for the house. The windows are decently sized in this room. I have these weird small windows in the living room that are like not as wide. They're like skinny but tall, if that makes sense. And since I'm like on a higher floor, you can like, they're very low to the ground, if that makes sense. But I'm working on it. Everything else is unpacked. Like the living room, although very empty, my bookshelf and the chair that we have in there, is unpacked because that was easy because like there's nothing in my living room. I don't have a couch because the couch wouldn't fit up to the second floor the first time, and now we're on the third floor, so it won't fit up here either. That's why I put that sort of boneless cloud couch on my Amazon wish list because it was only $399 for like an L-shaped couch, and it's like memory foam. So what it does is it comes in boxes, so it'll fit up the hallway all the way up the stairs, and then you open it up in the house, and it takes like 72 hours to like expand or whatever. I don't think I can. The banner only allows you to have so many characters. That's the problem. And so when I try to add it, it tells me it's too many characters. Although I can just put it in the chat. Where is it? Because there's an old wish list and a new wish list. Some people are connected still to the old one. Although I did change the address on both of them. I'll put the new one right here in the chat. Since you're insisting me. But that's the Amazon wish list. I said, well, I mean, Turtle Boy can do like, what did he say? He was doing like a 12-hour, $50,000 fundraiser. Like for what, bro? Like for what? Like for what, dude? You don't need it. Like for what? I was like, well, if he can do that, I can do things I really need, actually need, in real life need. Like virtual housewarming, here we come. Like, what the fuck? Although I will do an unboxing. When the beautiful Mrs. Coelho sends me snacks from Australia, I feel like that deserves an unboxing. It does, because it's snacks from Australia. Duh. Like, duh. Sorry, guys, I will tell you that moving was a shit show. Moving during the storm was even more of a shit show. We don't know yet what happened. So originally he had a court date that was for Donna in February. They moved that to March. They have now moved that, again, the court themselves, to April. Like, I don't know what the actual fuck New Jersey is doing, but they need to stop with the nonsense. They need to stop with moving shit. They need to knock it the fuck off, because they keep moving it and changing it, moving it, changing it. Like, I have seen, you know, here in Massachusetts, they might do that once. They might do that once. But they're not going to keep pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back. Oh, let's hope that we melt, Kathy, because if we don't, I might cry. I mean, we got 31 inches. 31 inches! And they did not plow it until Wednesday. So from Sunday to Wednesday, most of my city was stuck in the house. Our streets not plowed. Some people didn't get out till Thursday. All right. It could have been, at first, he had the court date this week with New Jersey. Then it got moved. So it could be that today. I don't know. I assumed it was the Jersey thing because that was supposed to happen today. And then I think it was yesterday, Donna had said that they changed it again. Oh, thank you, Sassy. That's so nice of you. Thank you. All I did, guys, was really just pop a flower in my hair and do my eyeshadow like I normally do this morning. Although I did pick pink and purple because, like, pink is my favorite color. Duh. Lemonster, yeah, that has to do with Kate then. That has to be like the RO. Although I don't think he'll win that, considering now she has screenshots proving that, like, he's just doing it to waste her friggin' time. And let's be real, he's not afraid of Kate. He's not afraid of Kate. Neither was Lauren. Lauren admitted to me way back when that she knew Aiden was using her for the Kate stuff, for the Kate court stuff. And that she was just going to drop it after he threw away like trash at that Halloween party. But then he roped her back in. So she kept, helping him. Sad, So it probably is the Kate thing if it's Lemonster. I don't think that there's anything else he could have in Lemonster, to be honest. Although the Lemonster court clerk is the one who expressed some serious concern with the way that the Holden PD has been used against people. So let's throw that out of there. Let's throw that out there. So, but there's 2 Jersey cases. He has 2 Jersey cases. 2, folks. 2. I hate where this camera is. I hate it. I'm not looking at it because it's over here. And it's over here, and it's still, like, it's on the end of one of my screens. The truck smashed one of my screens. Yep, the moving truck. Sure did. So I thought the thing was smashed to oblivion. We got extremely freaking lucky, and I don't have to replace it. What happened was it was smashed to oblivion. In the corner, the whole thing is, like, detached. But the screen remained intact. Then I said a prayer to hallelujah. I said, thank God I don't have to replace it because I don't have $100 to replace the fucking thing. I don't. I had so many not intended expenses with that move and that snowstorm that I didn't think of or didn't think could, like, just nobody would have guessed because of the blizzard and the moving. Like, I had to rent the truck twice, which I was not intending on doing that, The screen is saved. But I don't know if you heard Amy, but the chair is not. It won't go up. It'll only go down. And that's why I'm so low. And that's why the camera looks so stupid, is because I'm so low to the goddamn ground because the chair won't go up. So there's 2 charges in Jersey, from 2 separate women. So it's 2 separate cases. Oh my God, it was a shitstorm, an absolute shitstorm. So it probably is Kate's if it was in Leominster. That makes sense. But yes, the screen is saved. And the second one I thought had like a crack across it because you could see like this line across it. Thank God it was just like dust or something that swiped across it. Both screens work. None of them have cracks on the screen. I don't give a shit about the crack that's on the side. I mean, it's like literally separated from the side, but like whatever, it works. I don't care. I don't need to replace it. So thank Jesus for that. The chair though, I'm upset about the chair. Oh, and my Keurig. I went to go make myself coffee, you guys. Hot coffee. I just wanted one hot coffee, and you guys know me. I don't usually drink hot coffee. I'm not a hot coffee person. Okay. I went to go make coffee in my Keurig. I mean, there is an iced button, but it comes out hot, so it doesn't really help. Nonetheless, I went to make coffee, and my Keurig is not spitting coffee out the top. It is just pissing water on underneath it, all out underneath it. So I YouTubed that shit, and I looked. And I was like, oh, it says it could be the O-ring. It could be the needles. I checked the needles. It wasn't the needles. I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. But I'm going to keep trying to fix it because, well, I have $139 to replace it. And I have more important things to get, like, couch and a bed before I do a Keurig. But I'm going to YouTube it. And I am going to try every stinking thing other people have tried to fix my goddamn Keurig. Because I've only had it a couple of years. My husband replaced it on Mother's Day, like a couple of years ago with my really old one that I had for, like, a long time. Like 8 years I had that thing. But, right? Don't be doing gardening. Don't be trying to do gardening, at least right now. Don't be trying to do all that right now with all the snow. Although it is melting today. And yesterday it was melting a lot too. Although I wish the ice would melt because then my sister wouldn't have fallen on her butt. 37 weeks pregnant. She's about to give birth at any minute to my new nephew. And so I'm like getting ready for that because I know, I'm going to have, my sister has 2 other kids. So we're all going to have to help out. And I'm waiting for that to happen. So in fall, you're supposed to be doing gardening. It is new. It's very new. Although this bureau back here, we had nowhere else to put it. And I was like, it can go here because I can put things on it, right? Like I can put my really old printer that sometimes works on it. Or I can put my Cricut on it, or I can put all my I have this thing for my vinyl that spins. I can put that on it, and then I want to use the drawers for my vinyl to keep it flat. Well, yeah, he already has 2 charges in New Jersey from 2 separate women for like cyber stalking and harassment. So, see, I don't have cable, so I never watch like QVC or anything like that. Or HSN. I haven't had cable in years. I literally use streaming services that we like have connected to like our own phone plans or like whatever we get like deal wise. I don't buy anything extra because we can't afford anything extra. So, I mean, even to get the internet took an extra week. I was supposed to get it Tuesday, guys. Tuesday after the storm. So the storm was Sunday into Monday. I was supposed to get the internet Tuesday. But because of the blizzard and because of the fact that most of my streets in my city were not plowed out until Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and I wasn't plowed out until Wednesday, they had Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Monday and Sunday to make up for. So when I called, they were like, yeah, the fastest we can come is this upcoming Tuesday, which was this last Tuesday. So I got it late Tuesday. Hey, Carly girl. But the charges are cyber stalking. Cyber harassment, cyber stalking, and Jersey has their own charge, like their own like cyber stalking charges there, and they're pretty serious. They're not a joke. New Jersey doesn't fuck around, So I would not be surprised if once he has those hearings that eventually Massachusetts moves to revoke its bail. I think that would be the correct thing to do, I think that's the correct thing to do. So let's see. Hold on. Well, so the images are intended to not just disturb, but it was not just images, but the language, which is vulgar, sexual in nature. So there was a lot of shit that went into that. We have to remember that in the case of Lindsay from New Jersey, he went as far as like contacting her children's schools and her husband's work and like doing all of this extra shit that he's done before. He pretends like he hasn't, but he did it to Lindsay Gattani. He called her parents. He harassed Meredith's family. He did the same thing to Leah with her boyfriend at the time that he was harassing. Like he can pretend that he doesn't harass people's family members and send things to them and try to like, you know, cause problems with people and their families, but he does it all the time, and this was no exception. He did the same thing here. So, I mean, really. Yeah, so I think Diller kind of put him in a predicament where they had two choices. They could choose, right, to admit in court that Aiden illegally wiretapped Karen and then have the court ask them why it is that they didn't file anything, right? Or deny. I mean, Diller kind of put him in that, you know, position. Oh, Beach, I wish I could say now. I think because these Jersey cases keep getting pushed back. So Donna's was supposed to be in February, and they pushed it back to March. The court did. Now it was supposed to be this week. Then court pushed it back just the other day, now to April. So if the court didn't decide to keep pushing it back, I think he probably would have already, you know, seen that happen. But because the court in New Jersey keeps pushing it back and back and back, you know, ridiculous. So I see that, oh, thank you, Amber. I think you're 100% right though, Beach. Like, when will it end? You know, when will it stop? He blames Meredith for everything now, right? That's the go-to is blame Meredith for all of it. It's just absurd. It's like if nobody can see the pattern here between the way that he blamed Lindsay or Leah before that, right? Like he's gonna keep doing it. Every bad thing that happens is someone else's fault, you know? No, the Commonwealth, I told you guys, the Commonwealth is just not going to do it without a complaining witness with the illegal wiretapping. They're not going to. You're not going to see them charge for the illegal wiretapping unless Karen and her team move to do that. But what they can do is make them put it on court record and admit to it, which was smart on Diller's behalf, because now later on they can use that in the records. So, I mean, I think it's crazy. Hold on a second, I'm trying to send before I. Hey, girl, hey. It's been worn itself out for a long time. And yeah, he's definitely got to be pissed that, like, he's not the center of attention anymore. I wouldn't say she won. I mean, what the court allowed was them to figure out how things were going to be done between themselves. That's not exactly winning. The court didn't say you're right or you're wrong. Diller said he might have misquoted, but it doesn't really matter whether he was misquoted or not. Either thing that she said is probably not good anyway. We can probably all agree to that. But it wasn't a matter of like Karen winning or not. The court said work it out between counsel, which is what they like to see. They like to see counsel working it out between themselves. They do not like to see tit for tat, like you did this, you did that, pointing fingers. The court does not like that. They want to see, when possible, the parties work it out between themselves so the court doesn't have to keep intervening in ridiculous nonsense, you know? So yeah, it's the same pattern. Everything is everyone else's freaking fault, always, you know? The people that are still backing up Aiden at this point, I feel bad for them. And I know I shouldn't, but I do. You know, he can't control himself. It's just not a thing that he can do. He doesn't know how. He has to blame everyone. Hold on, let's see. Oh, please. Of course it was the recording. We all know that, you know? He apologized for misquoting. He didn't apologize for writing the motion, and the TRO stays in effect. So that's the thing. Ultimately, they still have the TRO. He apologized for misquoting, not apologized for filing the motion. I would have filed that motion too.
his point was, you guys need to work it out, like between yourselves. Like, and I would have told them that as well. Like, try to work it out. If you can't, then you can't, then you come back to the court and the court, figures it out. They want you to figure it out between yourselves and not have the court intervene in every tiny little stupid thing, Oh yeah, we're all Meredith. Amy, you're Meredith. YB, you're Meredith. Sassy, you're Meredith. Every account is Meredith, right? Every account Meredith is pulling the strings, he claims. Like, ridiculous. Let's be real here. Come on. Meredith speaks from her own account like I speak from my own. It's just as funny when they try to say, I'm 17 different sock accounts. I don't have a sock account. I don't use a sock account. Anything that I want to say, I say it with my chest, and I want people to know it's coming from me. Me, myself, Elise, me. Yeah, this person, me. I don't need it from a sock account. I want you to know it's coming from me. I don't need to hide behind accounts. Hi, I'm me. Me. That's me. Hi, me. Like, hello, darling. You didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything yet. But yeah, we're all Meredith, I feel like he wasn't told no as a child. He throws giant tantrums, It's just ridiculous. He will forever claim he did nothing wrong, I guess that's the like argument these days, right? Is Karen responsible for his behavior? Is he responsible for his behavior? Well, obviously he's responsible for his behavior, but thank you, New Hampshire. But you also have to see if anybody else contributed. Think about all the people that contribute to his behavior right now, right? All the people that clap him along like seals, even the people who lie for him on purpose. You have to argue at some point that allows him and emboldens him to continue that behavior and get worse and worse and worse. These people are telling him he's amazing, he's awesome, he's the best ever, and he's always right, and he's never wrong. And that encourages him to keep going. So at what point do we, if we're doing that, become, part of the problem, Oh, I missed all of you. I'm telling you guys, I did my first live stream back the other night. It was a nighttime. I don't usually do night times. So I was like, I'm going to miss all my day people. I miss all my day people. I like doing mine during the day. I do. Everybody's used to me during the day. I do like to do a nighttime one though, every so often. Don't get me twisted. No pun intended, guys. Just kidding. Oh yeah, I forgot to do this because I'm so good at remembering to like do this. Terrible. And there's been so much going on that I missed and that I needed to catch up on that I am not very good when it comes to, doing all of the things that I probably should be doing, like, openings and whatnot. But, welcome back, by the way, everyone. After this little hiatus, we are officially back. Officially. And apparently, while we were gone, the chaos didn't take a break. The shenanigans did not take a break at all. Nope. So today we do have quite a lot to talk about. The hypocrisy of the sewer turtle, Just Machado's meltdowns. We got quite a bit to talk about. It is kind of the same predictable crap, but when you watch it play out, more and more people start to pick up on it, and for that I am grateful that more and more people are starting to realize what the fuck is going on. I wish they had listened before. But before we jump in, I just want to thank everybody who does support this little channel. And for those of you that reached out while I was gone, I appreciate it more than you guys know. Having the few of you that did reach out and just ask and see how I'm doing, or those of you who asked other people to ask me how I was doing, I want you to know they did, including Benny. If you asked Benny, he asked me and checked in on me. Although I'm sorry, Benny, I've not responded to your messages yet. I literally fell asleep last night after I got back from dealing with the whole my sister falling and having to go to the hospital thing. So I apologize. I'll get back. I promise you I'll get back to you after the live's over. And anybody else I didn't get back to yet, I promise. I'm not ignoring you. It's been very busy. And I'm still unpacking some things and trying to figure out where things go in the house or whatever. But I just want to thank everybody who does support my little independent channel, for every like and share and watch. Every time you guys are here, every time I do a live, I appreciate it. Every donation that helps the stream going and keep us talking about the things that other people don't want to talk about, I appreciate it more than you know. My family appreciates it because this is my income, and they know that when I'm working, like there's food in the fridge, right? So being out for 2 weeks is not fun. I missed you guys. I missed a lot. I miss being able to be loud and there for people when people need me. And I kind of needed to just get this move over with, then the blizzard, and then there was 17 clusterfucks in the middle, and everything that's going on health-wise with my family. So I had a lot going on, but I'm back now. I'm back. We have truth bombs. Remember, every donation is basically a truth bomb for the Truth Squad. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this bullshitaki, because the hypocrisy is fucking wild. If you do want to donate to the channel, you all know how to do so. There is a billion different ways that you can help support the channel. Any of those ways are appreciated. The most direct routes are basically the ones that we need the most, because we're a small channel. So those are the things that you see on the screen that are tickering down the bottom, or that are like pop bigger. CashApp, Venmo, PayPal. We have a link in the chat, pinned to the top. You can use any credit or debit card. Then there are the other options, which are all in the description of the video. Things like Revolut if you're out of country, which PayPal also works for in case you're out of country. Or we have an Amazon wish list, which have things that we need on them for the new home. So I love your stinking faces, and let's boil down to some of this bullshit. Yeah, Alex already, well, I don't know. I know that he already filed charges against his abuser. I know he filed the police report. I don't know if he was going to file charges against like Aiden, but I wouldn't be surprised. So I think a lot of people should have a long time ago. I think that there's a lot of shit that people just let happen. And the problem with that is they're afraid that if they file, or if they go and they say something, then, that's going to be, people are going to make fun of them, right? That's never okay. It's never okay. Not even a little. Hold on a second, guys. You're right, Amy. I was doing it in a rush today because I was having a problem making the thumbnail. Something that usually takes me maybe 20 minutes took over an hour today. Because my setup is changed and I had to replug everything in. I've had a couple little bumps along the way, and I shouldn't have, but I'm trying to figure out why in the world. I'm going to remove this for a second. And then, let's see if we can do it this way. Oh, wait, no. God, someone send me, send help for this shit today. I sworn I had to copy and pasted the new one, but maybe it was the old one. Sorry, I had to fix the pinned message. Oop, okay, fixed. Okay, I think we're good now. I think I fixed it. I fixed it. Yeah, I'm just not, you know how I am. But you know me in person. Not everybody knows me in person. I'm just one of the, if I said something, I'll say that shit to your face because I have no fucking problem with it. I probably already told you 7 times by saying it. Yeah. JFK panel said he can't speak of the case anymore. Well, if he has attorneys, his attorneys probably told him not to, which is smart, I don't know if I exactly agree with that, Amber. I mean, they did some research on who he was before they allowed him to speak on their behalf. So they knew his style and the kind of things that he, was into and did. And to be fair, they cheered him on at certain points. So you got to also take that into consideration at some point, Accountability does go a long way, but I don't think you're going to see that with a lot of people, unfortunately. If you say something that's wrong, right, and you get it wrong, it's okay to be like, you know what, I was wrong this one time. And I'm going to say that I was wrong and my bad. Let's fix whatever was wrong. You don't see that anymore, at least not from the turtle group. you know? Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. It can only go on for so long, but the problem with that freeze is the blame and shame game that he does, he's been doing for 10 years. 10 fucking years. 10 goddamn years, and people still believe it. See, they still believe it. And Peggy's right, he's fucking reckless. He doesn't have any lines that he won't cross, you know? I know none of us are buying any of it. It is old and exhausting, but there are so many people that are still buying it, you know? And that's sad. You know, that's sad. Yeah, they have a TRO on it. I saw that. We talked about that earlier. It has gone on too long. That's part of the problem, you know? I can't wait to hear a judge be like, sir, this is a pattern of behavior on your behalf. You're going to need to knock it the fuck off. I really want to see him banned from the internet because he admitted the internet is like his life, that he can't breathe without the internet, which is fucking sad, but that's, you know, the thing. I don't think he will ever change. I don't think that he has it in him. Narcissists usually don't, unfortunately. It's sad, but it's just the truth. They just can't take responsibility, you know? That bingo. And Carly's right. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. I mean, let's use Jen Altman as an example, right? Thank you for becoming a member, Carly. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my friend. He is pathetic. This is his thing, right? Like to just go at people. But that's the thing. The courts have to start doing something. Cyberbullying is a federal offense. And make no mistake when I say he has already been reported federally, multitude of times. There have been 48,000 reports against his account on YouTube. 45,000. 45,000 reports on his YouTube account. And they've done nothing. They've done nothing. And now we're into speaking to the attorneys of Alphabet, which is Google, YouTube. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Jen's an example, though. She was close to him for a long time. And I've seen, like, recently her say, like, he makes fun of you people behind closed doors. I've been telling people that for those of you who have been with me the last 3 years. I've been telling people that for 3 years, okay? In his personal messages on his personal phone, he makes fun of people. That's what he does. All the people that support him and send him money for his show, he makes fun of them. I cannot imagine being like, these people come to my show, they watch me, they help support my small channel, which in turn helps put food in my fridge, keeps my lights on, is, you know, makes me able to pay for the gas to make sure I have hot water. And then I'm going to turn around and make fun of the way they look, or if I think they work, or if I think they're on disability, or if I think they get a Section 8, or if they're a stay-at-home mom. Like, I mean, what in your right mind would make you be so effing ungrateful that you're making fun of the very people that are helping keep you afloat? I just don't get that. It just doesn't make sense to me. Hey, Nina, nice to see you. See, I missed everybody. I haven't even been in Spaces. Like, you know what? We should start a Spaces so that people can like hop up and say, you know, talk, and we can all hear it. I feel like I should do that. I haven't done like a dual Spaces thing in a bit now, you know, but well, that's the thing, is he keeps getting away with it, then he gets more emboldened, right? And that's my biggest fear, Amber. I've said that over and over and over. Like, what is it going to take? What is it going to take? Is it going to take somebody taking their own life? How many times have I said that? And you guys know how I feel when it comes to mental health, when it comes to suicide. My dad died of suicide. It is not a joke. Mental health is not a joke. I worked in a prison for the criminally insane, for mental health people. Like, it is not a freaking joke. So many of his victims have physically told me that's how they felt. Some people, including Jen O'Donnell, publicly told people, like, I'm going to end up in a hospital, and did. Like, and it's not because they did anything wrong. It's the incessant bullying and the smearing of someone's name and the lies being told about them that's affecting their real life. Lies that they can't stop because this idiot just keeps repeating them and everybody who knows him repeats it back. So then you have thousands of people repeating lies about you that aren't true. So what do? There's nothing you can do. I know I should start a Spaces, right? I feel like we should do that. Let me see. Because I know some of you like to talk on Spaces and we can hear all of you. But see, I don't give a shit about those people who can't sustain their channels if he's taken off the internet. I'll sustain mine, as small as it is. I have a dedicated following of amazing people that support me, and I appreciate every single one of you. And I might not make a ton of money. I might not even make a lot of money. But even a couple hundred a week is very change. It's a change to my life because I am disabled, right? I can't work a regular job. I have children who are disabled. I have a terminally ill daughter. I have my sister who's about to have brain surgery after she gives birth. Like, I got a lot going on. Physically, I can't work what I used to work anymore. I danced for 10 years and then I worked a very physical job at the prison. I can't do that kind of work anymore. So for me, this allows me to do the volunteer advocacy work that I have done already for so long, unpaid. And people kept saying over and over to me, Elise, you're so good at what you do. You need to get paid to be an advocate. And my answer was always the same. Those people can't afford to pay an advocate. They're the people who are in the lowest of low income that need someone to help them. Like, they can't afford to pay someone and the government isn't going to do it for them. So I can't charge people that need my help. Dude, there's only one of me, right? There's one of me. There's not enough advocates to go around. And usually they're like tethered, if you work for a company, to one thing. So if you work for a domestic violence company, you're tethered to sort of advocating for like domestic violence and like maybe homelessness, Like, I'm not tethered to that. I can help with all things that I have knowledge on, doing it in a volunteer position. I'm not tethered to just one thing, thank God. Also, a lot of the times I can do this, most of the stuff I'm doing from home. A lot of the times to work for those companies, you need a vehicle, which I don't have. Sorry, guys. And so for me, like, it allows me to do what I have been doing for, over a decade, closer to 2 decades, for so long in a public way, and also get paid at the same time to be able to help other people and educate people. And at the same time, make connections with people I wouldn't have made connections with otherwise. And I love what I do. This couldn't be a better job for me specifically. And I know you're not talking about me. So what I mean is, for the people who can't sustain their channels because he's gone, that's a good thing. That means that those people were just piggybacking off fucking shitting on people behind him. And those are the people who should lose their channels. We don't shit on people here for funsies. We help people that we can help. And we point out to stay away from people like Aiden, or in my opinion, just Machado, because they're just toxic human beings. They're not good people. They're not nice people, And the YouTube allows its profits over people, right? They want the money. Doesn't matter to them who's hurting who. They want the money. Now, even if I'm not monetized on my channel, they get to make money off of me. They're getting money off of the ad revenue, even if I'm not monetized, because they're going to play ads on my shit whether I'm monetized or not. And they are, believe me when I say, they will be held accountable. So there's like certain laws where they have immunity, but they don't have immunity if they're helping break federal law. Cyberstalking is a federal law, number one, not just a state law in some states, but also a federal law. And we have ample evidence that they have flat out ignored all of the people who have went straight to the legal department, including us, and people who have reported this kind of behavior and it being tethered to his criminal charges, and them just ignoring it flat out. And in that way, they have done a number of things to try to hide that they knew about what he was doing. And so when you're actively hiding what you know, and you're not taking action, you're contributing to it. And so once you're allowing him to commit federal crimes in your platform, and you have been told about that, at this point, we have now spoken to the attorneys on the phone, spoken to them on the phone. So there is no more we didn't know, right? And we've also presented thousands, I literally mean thousands of pages of evidence on why he shouldn't be on the platform. Over a dozen breaks of terms of service per video of his. Per video. Think about that. Over a dozen per fucking video. Per video. That's crazy to me. I'm trying to do two things at once here. Spaces, goddammit. My lips are so dry right now. Create your space. Oh, yeah. Well, sorry that you can't charge me. The thing is saying, like, card declined. Something's trying to charge my card. I don't even know what it is, but it can't because I'm broke. So go fuck yourself. Looks like it's something's fraudulent anyway. I don't know the name of whatever that is. Okay, let's see. Oh, let's see. All right. I'm starting a Spaces. He is kind of getting a taste of his own medicine. You guys hear him crying and whining about his phone extraction sort of being out there. Hey, girl, it's nice to see you. You guys see him bitching and whining and crying about that. Well, he had no problem making sure that he released Lindsay Gattani's full extraction. And because he was under a court order to not be able to do that, he then just passed it along to someone else and had them release it, which is what I have been trying to explain to some people. And I know I have both free Karen Read people and not free Karen Read people who watch me, and I love all of you. But what I was trying to explain kindly to AIM, and they lost their ever-loving mind because they just don't agree with me and they want to argue about legal interpretations, which is probably not smart if you're going to argue with me about legal interpretations, is that there are criminal law legal things and then there are civil law legal things. So there's a case where they used like an illegal wiretapped audio that they got their hands on, that the one side got their hands on, that they used in a civil trial, and they were allowed to use that because the rules apply to the criminal part of it, not the civil part of it. They can use that to impeach the witness. They can use that to show that they lied, right? So the criminal rules and the civil rules are two different things. And people keep getting the criminal ones mixed up with the civil case. And so, yeah, he did. Yeah, the entire extraction. And then now he wants to cry about his, and mind you, his entire extraction is not out there, by the way, just some of it. You know, they have nothing to do with his show. They want nothing to do with his show. They want nothing to do with the Turtle Boy brand. They are embarrassed by the Turtle Boy brand. He gets mad because at family events, they don't ask him how his job is going, how his work is going. You know, all of the other kids, the parents used to ask, like, how is your work? How is your job? Blah, blah, but they wouldn't ask him because they're embarrassed by it. They want nothing to do with what Turtle Boy is. And if I were them, I'd be fucking embarrassed too. You know? I mean, what does he do? Does he help people? No. No, he does not. He hurts people. I would not want anything to do with that either. I don't think any of us would. Right? I'm starting a space. So those of you who want to speak, and then everybody here on a live stream can also hear it. So if you're on X, I'm starting this. We are now in a space. Amazing. Okay, so yes, I started a space because I want to hear from some of you. Well, all the days that I missed and all the things that I haven't seen, or if you think I missed it, I want to hear about it. I want to hear about it. And I want all of you who are on the live stream right now to be able to hear from some people who don't normally hear from on Twitter, which I love. I honestly also feel bad for his ex-wife. I think his ex-wife probably tried to dodge that bullet for many years, but as we knew, he used the same tactics on her that he's used on every one of the girlfriends that he's ever had, which is making sure that he records them and then uses that as a threat. And he does the whole, I'm Turtle Boy, I'll destroy your life. Be afraid of me. If you don't do what I want, I'm going to clip this, use it, twist it, and tell everybody you're a horrible person. Like, that's what he does. So I have no doubt in my mind that in her mind, the best course of action was to be quiet and save her children from whatever aggravation she could and keep them safe. You know, what she can't keep them safe from is him, unfortunately, and what he does online, because eventually they're going to see that, you know? Oh, he definitely thought him and Karen would ride off into the sunset. Do you remember we talked about this probably over a year ago, Beach? Where I said like that ultimately what he thought was like him and Karen would end up dating and running off into the sunset together and just being wildly famous and doing book tours and movie deals. And this is what he told people in private, essentially, is what he thought was going to happen. The problem with that is he can't not be himself, right? He can't not be. He can't help himself but to be the wild piece of human garbage that he is. He absolutely 100% thought that. Absolutely. 100% thought that. It's who he is, guys. It's who he is, unfortunately. It's something that I feel like a lot of other people should have seen coming. You know, I know a lot of us did, but there's a lot of people who didn't. They're like, no, he really cares. No, he never cared about this case. It wasn't the case. It was the money. It was the fame. He didn't give a shit about the goddamn case. You know, didn't. He just simply didn't give a fuck. Yeah, she did not want to see his little trip plans. But she smiled at him. Oh, thank you so much, Birkenstock. Thank you for your $20 donation. I appreciate you. First one of the day. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. Yeah, she didn't want to see his little turtles. Let's see his little goddamn turtles. No one wants to see that shit, bro. All right? No one. No one actually wants to see that nonsense. All right? There's a lot of things that I think people don't want to fucking see. Right? We have so many of these people who ride off of the back of him, including Jess Machado, right? You have Will, Jess, the baker, like all these idiots that think that like once he's in jail, they'll just replace him. Yeah, the problem with that is by the time he's in jail, everybody will know what I know, right? Everyone will know all of the things that I know that I can't make public when his trial comes, right? And then what? They're going to know all these other people that were involved with helping him do the shit. You think that they're not going to be over that by realizing what all these people were doing behind closed doors just to get one more subscriber, one more membership, one more $20, $50, $100 donation? Like, come on. Like, come on. Amber's right. She tolerated him for her own preservation. I mean, you would kind of have to in that spot. Think about all of his girlfriends. They had to tolerate him for a certain amount of time. They had to. They didn't have a choice. It was that or be smeared by him. And then when you try to get out of a relationship with him, a lot of the times he'll try to use suicide baiting. I'm going to harm myself. I'm going to hurt myself. I'm going to do this, this, and this if you don't stay with me. I'm going to go to jail if you don't help me. He tries to use a lot of like feel bad for me, I'm the victim type bullshit to control what other people do, to force them to be around him, to force them to do what he wants them to do. That's the turtle way, folks. You know? Benny said, all that Lisa said about TV, and if you knew about him before this trial, he 100% thought he was riding off into the sunset. Yeah, he did. That was real. Still is. I mean, he still has some delusional thing in his mind that they like make up and, you know, whatever. She helps him with his case. That's what he thinks. That's what he wanted. What he wanted was for Karen Reed to get up there after her case was over and scream proudly that everyone should help him and that he would get all the same large crowds that she did for his cases. That's what he wanted. And that's what he thought he would get. Happy Friday, Lisa. That's what he thought he would get. Ultimately, he's pissed that that's not what he got. He's still trying to get that in this moment. Unfortunately for him, it's just not going to work. You know, he is disturbed. But I don't think any help in the world, Amber, can help him, unfortunately. It's unfortunate. He never cared about the trial. He didn't care about the truth. He didn't care about Karen. It was the views, the money, the clicks, the merch. He thought he was going to get a book deal, a movie deal. He thought that that would be his bread and butter. His followers repeat a lot of the bullshit, Amber, but that's from him repeating it over and over and over and over again, right? That's the whole point. If he repeats it enough, they will all repeat it. And then people believe it. I have been watching the Richens trial. I was hoping to stream the damn trial from day one on. Unfortunately, that did not happen with the moving and the snowstorm and all that fun bullshit that I have to deal with. But I was hoping to have done that. He will never move on from Karen Beach because he can't. He can't. That's where he thinks his money is going to stay, unfortunately. That's essentially what it is, you know? It was attention. Narcissists need that. They need constant pats on the back, constant attention. If someone's not constantly telling them how amazing they are, they need to tell everybody else how amazing they are. That's the way a narcissist works. Anybody who's ever dealt with one or been with one in any capacity would know that. And it's unfortunate because in the way that he manipulates his audience, he's hurting a lot of people. Think about all of the people that watch him weekly. Think about all of the money those people have dumped into believing that he was actually trying to do something good or that he's not guilty of anything when in fact he's absolutely guilty of everything. He did it all, and he did it all to himself. Think about all the people though that fully believed that he, you know, just a corrupt government, right? Everything is the corrupt government, when in reality he's going to the police station 10 times in a month to try to file false charges on everyone else. He is the corruption, and he's sitting there screaming that he's fighting corruption, when in fact he is the actual corruption. He is exactly what's wrong with the system, allowing people like him to lie and manipulate using the legal system to harass, harm, and coercively control people. So he's screaming from the rooftops that he's there to help, right? He's fighting the corrupt government. The problem is he is the corruption. And all of these people are dumping hundreds or thousands of dollars and just supporting him in what they think is supporting a decent human or a decent, you know, cause. And in reality, they're not. What they're supporting is harassment and smearing and just him not getting his way and throwing a tantrum. So then he tries to file fake and false charges on people. It's not the first or 10th time he's done it. He's done this numerous times. He's tried to have false charges filed on Meredith a bunch of times at this point. He tried to have Lindsay charged with a bunch of false bullshit. It's not the first, second, third, or Kate he's had charged with false crap. Like, it's not the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth time he's done it, guys. Okay, and he'll, like, that's his go-to, is to do this shit. It just is, you know? Crazy to me. Yeah, you can't fight corruption when you are the corrupt one. It doesn't work like that. It simply does not. It simply does not. Now, I know that I'm running a live stream and a space at the same time, but if any of you do want to speak, I do have the space opened, and you can just request to speak, and then I'll pull you up, because I would love to hear what some of you have to say about what the hell's been going on the last 2 weeks. I've popped in here and there to sort of check on things, but I haven't really been around a lot because I've been doing the moving and all that shit. So it's just sad to me that we still have people that believe him. Like, look at Melanie Little. She can't even call out his bullshit. Can't even call out his bullshit. It's crazy to me. Like, what in the hell? What in the hell? Come on, Melanie. I thought you were all about, you know, not doing this kind of bad behavior. Yet here she is, you know. He is very predictable. There's a lot of predictable things that Aiden has done. I wish I could say that I didn't call them ahead of time. I wish I could say there was a bunch of us that were sort of telling people what the hell was going on and no one was listening. But we were, you know, unfortunately, we were telling people, like, hey, stay away from him. He's a vile piece of human freaking garbage. Like, there is just something seriously freaking wrong with him. Yet so many people didn't listen, and now we have so many of these people still sitting there pretending like he's not harming people daily with his bullshit, that he's not lying straight through his teeth to that camera every single day. Most people can't watch his show anymore. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And there are so many lies coming from his mouth that he can't even keep track of them. You know? Can't even keep track of it. That's half the problem, is he can't keep track of his own lies at this point. I mean, that's not okay. Not okay, dude. Not okay. How many of you think Corey Richards is guilty? I see you guys talking about it in the comments. How many of you guys think she's guilty, and how many of you think she's not guilty? I want to see. Well, see, if you think the state didn't prove it beyond a reasonable doubt, then there's reasonable doubt, right? Then you would probably vote not guilty. I don't know why Melanie, well, again, you have some of these lawyers like Melanie Little, and to be fair, Melanie Little was a civil attorney, and she has said so many things that are fucking just simply not true and completely wild for an attorney to say. I'm convinced that she has never stepped foot in a criminal courtroom a day in her life. Guilty, guilty, guilty. I see a lot of you think she's guilty. One person thinks she's factually innocent. The Richards case is one of those cases that is just has so many twists and turns in it. That's why that one intrigued me so much. You know, it intrigued me. Let's see. God, there's just a lot going on. Okay, Meredith made a post about 56 minutes ago. Let's see what it says. She said, Jessica Machado now claiming she was used by political people to platform their message on her show. Oh my God, that is incredible. Is incredible. The idea that anyone is desperately trying to attach themselves to her right now shows a level of self-importance that only someone with absolutely zero self-awareness could pull off. I mean, that's very true. I like that. That's true. She's also acting so upset about this video being shared. And last week on her show, she played it herself and was dancing along with it and nodding in agreement to everything she says in it. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, this is again, the kind of behavior that we have all been calling out for quite some time. Christy says guilty. Probably why Melanie Little doesn't practice. She doesn't practice. I don't think she knows a fucking single thing. Her last case that she practiced was in 2014 or 2015. That was it. That's over a decade ago. She is so far behind in actually knowing what the fuck she's talking about. It's not even funny. What really gets me is the amount of people that listen to every word she says and takes it as a fact because she's, quote, an attorney. Not every attorney is a good attorney. Not every attorney actually knows what the fuck they're talking about. And some attorneys, like the ones that we have on YouTube, seem to just like to give false information because it's what their audience wants to hear. And they think that I'll give them more donations and more subscribers and more this and more that. It's just like, is this real life? I mean, she kind of is part of a cult, right? And she wanted to be an actress. We know that. I've seen pictures of Jess doing the Serpentine. Jess gets mad about people playing her videos, but it's like the things that she says are beyond insane to begin with. Talking about how adopted children aren't really, don't have real parents. Of course they do. The people who adopt them are their real parents. We're acting like adopted children don't have parents that treat them like they're their own. My mother and aunt are adopted. My grandparents were not just my adopted grandparents. They were my grandparents. And in some points in my life were my parents. So the assertion that what? Adopted children don't have real parents, so the people who adopted them aren't real. No, they're real. And they very much love them just like they would love a child that they gave birth to. You know? Sad. Hotbox Hobo, I agree with you. I mean, you got to find the right attorneys, but some of the attorneys that these people listen to, or even hire for that matter, to be fair, I wouldn't hire Better or Bradle if they were the last fucking attorneys on earth. They make so many dumb, fucking stupid mistakes. And to be fair, Bradle might lose his license. I mean, I don't know why anybody would hire that guy. Probably because he has no ethics. And so if you're like Aiden and have no ethics, then yeah, you'll go for an attorney that doesn't have ethics. And you go for someone like Betterell because it's very clear that all they care about is the appeal to the media or to social media. So somebody get him a new purple crayon. I think he ran out of purple crayon. The state has not yet proved that she gave him the fentanyl. So far not guilty, but is still early in the trial. I would love to see if they're able to prove that she gave him the fentanyl besides the word of a drug dealer, because I just don't think that that's, going to do it. I don't think that's going to do it in the Richards trial. That's for sure. But we'll see. We'll see. I think the people left part of this cult, at least the ones that are part of the turtle cult, you can safely say know what they're doing. They absolutely 100% are fully aware of what the fuck they're doing, what they've gotten themselves into. Okay? I'm sure she can sound deranged. She's one of those people that can't help herself. You know, she simply can't help herself. She gets pissed about something. I heard she screams a lot at her chat. I mean, I don't watch her. I watched a few things a really long time ago, and just her facial expressions alone kind of turned me off because they were very accuracy-like. They were very exaggerated and just not realistic. Let's put it that way. And so that turned me right the fuck off. And that and screaming at your chat. I mean, she used to yell at people for being mean, but then she's got no problem doing the, put your head up turtle's ass thing. So, it just doesn't ring true that she's one of those people that could tell the truth about shit. And I agree that Better was a clown. That defense is going to go up in flames. Meredith posted it. Meredith posted about 53 minutes ago. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Let's play this little clip. Let's see. I didn't see JFK put this up. Let's see.
Turtle, right? I'm a Karen Reese reporter, and it's embarrassing what you're doing. Hey, I know you like in the middle of a nigga show every night.
Excuse me, bro.
Yeah, nigga. In the middle of a nigga show every night.
Excuse me, bro.
Yeah, nigga.
I know you like in the middle of a nigga show every night. Excuse me, bro.
Yeah, nigga.
Oh, that's Chrissy Mello dropping the N-bomb.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, nigga.
That's wonderful. So JFK posted that clip that you guys can see here, and he said, Dr. Turtle Boy's cult members are indeed racist. Meet Chrissy Mello, who has some choice words for the JFK show, an investigator at Jay Brilliant at the Karen Reed civil trial. An hour ago, he posted that. That's fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. But to be fair, I could have told anybody that she's a trash bag a long time ago. She was willing to lie and turn on me and other people because she thought that she would get closer to Aiden that way. That just shows you what kind of person she is. We do know that a lot of his subscribers are fake. He buys them because the numbers will drop and then all of a sudden he realizes it, and within an hour, magically all those subscribers are back. That's just not the way it works, I showed people. I literally showed people the thing that he said, right? Team J Brill. I'm also Team J Brill. I agree with you. What the fuck? Who the hell says hashtag Team Cancer when your mother died of cancer? Who the fuck says that? Who the hell says hashtag Team Cancer at all? Who says that? Who the fuck says that is what I'd like to know. Oh, that's right. Aiden says that. Aiden says that because he's just a vile piece of human garbage. That's who he is. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, this is interesting. So Erin, who was co-host on Jess's show, has posted on Twitter about 4 hours ago. I will show you guys what it says here for those. Oh my God, there's a lot that are on YouTube right now that can't see. I will happily show you all. So here's what it says. It says, I hate myself already for doing this. But here's the first few messages of that convo for anyone that wants to be nosy. I did send the full chat to Jessica because I wanted her to have all the context and that I did not seek out this conversation first. I'm not going to post the rest because I don't live in this world and it doesn't matter to or change anything. It's old news and no one's business. I only made this X account to interact with her show and the besties. I wanted nothing to do with internet fame at all. I hate even looking at myself on screen. Hence the fidgeting and constant hair flipping. Also, I'm a former pack of Reds a day smoker with all the ADHD, so the fidgeting is what it is. I thought I was honest enough along the way that people would understand me and why I felt the way I did. Sometimes it was fun, sometimes it was uncomfortable, and sometimes it was disappointing. That doesn't mean I was judging my friend. I can feel disappointed and still like her and want the very best for her. Starting that show there, she had a very specific vision, very CHD with the chairs and good equipment and wanting to interview people in-house. That was what she wanted. That's why the gossip started taking center stage. That's why when the gossip started taking center stage and when the post-it eating happened during the beaver moon, I started thinking, and yes, you could see it on my face, and later said it in my convo with MLF, this wasn't the plan. Jessica knows because we discussed it often. And the people there from the beginning heard it too. I never wanted to change her or her show. I wanted a mic that worked so it wasn't a big interruption when I chimed in. I tried an old mic from home, an old karaoke mic, we tried Bluetooth mic. I just wanted things to work so that wasn't a distraction. I just wanted the Jess Machado show I loved and wanted to, and was happy to help her any way that I could. I thought everyone could see that, but I guess that's not the case. Happy Friday, take care. So that was her post. This is looks like her message. And it says, good morning, nothing happened to me, I'm okay. And I want to reply to your tweet because I think it'll draw more comments and stuff, and I don't want to do that. I think the best way to summarize it is that things change. I love Jess. To be honest, I miss her writing. When she flexed on people with her brains and her writing, it was always so awesome to watch that. I don't really do the Karen Reed TV, YouTube stuff. I don't watch reality TV, and I think that's what all this has been like. That's not why I'm not there, though. I'll keep that between her and I and our friend group. I would never wish her bad vibes or anything like that. The message I sent her after Wednesday Night's Funny was that this was the Jess I was waiting for. The last half hour was like old school Jim's radio show. It was great. And if you remember at all, I've always said I was her biggest fan and cheerleader. I never wanted to affect her or what she talked about or how she did. And me being there in studio with her definitely did. I was not in charge of the mics, LOL, and I definitely never wanted to be on camera. That changed a bit as the besties made me feel more comfortable, but I hate looking at myself. I never wanted to see myself online. Jess is literally the only person who I let get away with posting me on socials, so that was a big step for me. I don't want to say she needed a push to do this solo, but you and I and everyone else can see how much more focused she is on the audience without me being there. I do wish the content was more politics, news, and stuff with a dash of the nonsense, and I hope she gets back to that because she's so much better than the small circle of free Karen Reed and stuff. Which is why I had such high hopes for her Monday show and why I was so disappointed she skipped the first day after committing to it. I was like, she's going to do this show and leave there feeling so good and confident. And I was really hoping it'd snap her out of some of this LG and TV stuff, I guess. Well, it looks like, just shit on Erin, as we know, for no real reason. Shocker, I don't know. I did hear that she lost her job because of the Machado show, but I have no idea if that's true or not. Thank you, Erin, who used to be on Jess Machado's show, wrote that. So I'm not actually sure, Barb, if she ended up losing her job. I did hear that, but that, doesn't mean it's true. You can hear a lot of things. We all hear a lot of things. It's sad, sad. Hotbox, you can say that again 1,000,000 times over. Saying it, I've said it so many times that I feel like I'm a fucking broken record at this point. I don't have to be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect, right? All I have to do is be honest with my audience, be who I am, not pretend to be someone else, right? And that's it. That's all. I don't need to pretend to be an awful person. I don't need to hate every person that I don't agree with. I don't need to smear every person I don't agree with. I don't need to, get on Twitter and just bash people I don't agree with. That's not who I am. It's not who I will ever be. And it's not anything I've ever exhibited in the years that I have been on YouTube now. I like people. I'm a people person. Hurting people is not my thing. Helping people is my thing, right? To watch some of this stuff hurts my heart. To watch Aiden do some of this stuff to people when I've been warning them to stay the fuck away from him hurts my heart more. Because there was plenty of warning. Plenty of people tried to wake people up, but if they didn't agree with them on the Karen Reed case, they just didn't listen to what they had to say. That's unfortunate, Yeah, Erin was one of her very best friends. I'm not sure if they even talk anymore. I know they hadn't for a really long time, but today's Babs' birthday, everyone. So if you haven't said happy birthday to Babs on Twitter, say happy birthday to Babs. Happy birthday, Babsy. I don't know if you're watching or not, or if you're busy, but happy birthday, my friend. Hope you have an amazing birthday. I love that it's your birthday. I wish that I had her address. I would have sent her a birthday card. I like to celebrate birthdays because I don't celebrate a lot of things. My birthday is one of them that like always ends up getting skipped because it's like right before Christmas and it's right around Thanksgiving, and you know, when you only have one day to sort of get your friends or family together or people that you care about and celebrate, like it comes, some people don't like birthdays. I do. I want to make somebody feel special on their special day. I want to feel special on my special day. Everybody should feel special at least one day of the goddamn year, right? And I don't have a lot of family alive and well. Most of my family passed a long, long time ago. So it's important to me, you know? Oh, God. I am so glad it's gone. That's amazing. That is amazing. And I know my sister will love to hear this. My sister is really panicked about the tumors. She's only 32. I mean, wouldn't you be 32 years old and you have to have brain surgery for brain tumors and cancer that you didn't know you had? I mean, in my dad's family, my grandmother's sisters both died of brain cancer. They were both very much way older, but they both did have brain cancer. And so that has been really weighing on my sister and me for that matter. She's only 32 and pregnant with her third child. So that's a lot on a family, especially when you don't have a lot of family left. You know, like that's my baby sister. And when you only have, you know, you can count on one hand how many family members you have alive, that hits hard, just being so young. You know, I have a lot of health issues myself, and I try not to worry them with them because I know they would feel like I feel right now, and I don't want that for anyone. No one needs to worry about it because if there's nothing I can do about it other than take the medications I'm taking, I don't need them worrying about it, you know? So yes, I am one of those people that keeps it from my family if it's that serious because they don't need that extra stress, and there's only a few of them, and they need to just live, you know? They do. I love that is 100% gone for your brother, Ski. That's amazing. I love that. And I hope that's the same thing that happens for my sister, you know? Let's see. Sorry, I wanted to pull up something for you guys here. Also, I hope that MLF had an amazing time in Paris. I didn't want to bug her while she was there, so I wanted her to have an amazing time in Paris. I don't know, because if you get caught buying followers, you can be banned. I mean, I know that there are ways you can do it. I've been told before that people can do it. I don't know how they do it. There used to be like what they would call like bot farms, essentially, where you would buy followers, and then people like just send like bot accounts to follow you or subscribe or whatever. But you can be caught because the algorithm, if too many people are subscribing in a short period of time, that sort of alerts the system like, hey, something's happening here. So most people like me don't fucking try it, nor would they if I don't, and it inflates your numbers, right? So if all those bots eventually fall off, your numbers are all fucked up. Why would you want that? You know, why would you want that? It makes no sense. That's a great channel, Turtle Boy and Chamber of Secrets. We've played a lot of their stuff. That's Shannon, and she went through hell dealing with him to the point where he tried to like use her child who had passed away as some sort of like gotcha. Like he's basically said like, I'm going to tell people that you didn't have a child that passed away, that you just lied. Yeah, it ruins the algorithm. Like who says that? Like my youngest is my rainbow baby. That's fucking crazy to say that you're going to use someone's dead child as a gotcha in by lying and saying it never happened. So I know Shannon went through hell when it came to dealing with him, but she at least had the common decency to be like, no, what he's doing is wrong. This shit is wrong. And she kept so much shit. And thank God that she did, because now we're able to show people, right? We're able to show people the shit that he did. You know, we're able to show people the shit that he did because Shannon saved it. He is sick, though, Valley's Girl. He is a sick human being. He is a very, very sick fucking human being. You know, that's who he is. He isn't doing any good, Hotbox. We all know that. There's nothing good that Aiden could ever do. I don't think he's ever helped a single person in his life besides himself. Let's be honest here. You know? Let's be honest. Although I do want to show you guys, at least those of you who are on the live stream right now, because I know I'm doing both at the moment. but at least those of you that are on the live stream, Scott from SK27 Music has made some
on it and
funny,
misled.
Get down on it, get
some funny videos lately that I missed, but this one was from 5 hours ago.
Perform some of their greatest hits. Get down on it and misled.
get down on it, get down on it, get down on it. Just to get down on it, get down on it, get down on it.
Perform some of their
So
greatest.
funny. I mean, he does some of the funniest videos. It's the nail on the head every time, though. He really, really does. Why isn't it? What is happening? Oh, my computer's like playing fuck with me today. He said you picked the wrong team. It was a Team Lisa 100, Team Cancer 0. And that's in reference to Aiden hashtagging Team Cancer to Lisa, which was just fucking disgusting. Again, his mother died of cancer. Who the hell says shit like that? So Your Honor Help posted this. It says, in case you missed his latest BOTG rant, 3/3/26 VM presentation. BOTG homies can't catch a break, and I don't know what the fuck they even did wrong except exercise free speech. Imagine building your brand the last few years on free speech just to turn around and target your own supporters for doing it. I don't know how either, but I know that you can. Shannon's right. I don't know. I mean, Christy's right. I don't know how, but you can, you know. Which woman, Shannon? She was someone that followed Aiden for a while back in the day. And then realized when he was doing like really bad shit, was like, whoa. This is like not, this is bad. Like he's like doing illegal shit. He's setting people up. He's, you know, doing bad shit, you know? Oh, Benny said that's when he learned about him in the live chat. Benny said that's when he learned about Aiden, is from Shannon, which is like she opened up a lot of eyes, but it's like, it's almost like a recycle, right? Where a lot of people realize who he is, they back away, and then a whole new people come in not knowing and think it's just like satire, it's funny, it's this, it's that. Like, you know, it's not, obviously. It's not funny, it's not satire. Let's watch this little rant of his that he does here and see how many lies he tells in this little fucking rant. Let's see.
I'm not a rat like some of these motherfuckers. Some of these Johnny come latelys. I'm just so sick of them. I'm so sick of them.
He's losing it.
People like Tim McGrath, who I don't ever remember seeing. I don't know when he started showing up all of a sudden.
Oh, please.
And you know, like Brandy, who's like Miss, like, oh, I am the source of justice. I am the person that knows more about this than anyone. And
sounds like he's upset that people call him on his bullshit, right? How can YouTube say 160K viewers and shows only 6 to 13K? You mean like showing that only 6 to 13,000 are watching? Is that what you mean? Because you have to remember, he's got a fraction of the people that follow him actually watch him, right? So for instance, I'm a small channel, right? Only over something over 3,000, a little over 3,000 subscribers, right? Small channel. But my views are at least a third of the people that subscribe watch. So for instance, well, I've been gone for 2 weeks. Let's put it that way. Been gone for 2 weeks. Usually I get between 1,200 to like 2,500 views on a video, in between there. So my last video before I took my break while I was moving in the blizzard, it had 2.5 thousand views. Okay, not bad for a channel that has only a little over 3,000 subscribers. It's actually really good. My last video that I did at night, which was my sort of little comeback quick video from the other night, was already at almost 1,000. Now that's almost a third of my subscribers. That's damn good numbers. If you have 160,000 subscribers, but you're only getting 20,000 views, that's not good numbers. That's bad numbers. Most of the people that subscribe or follow him do it to download his shit and see what lies he's going to tell. It's not for actually watching him and supporting him, you know? You know, someone pointed something out to me, I think it was last night, while they were saying like Adderall, right? Yeah, the Radderall. Oh, hey girl, hey. Well, that's his cash cow, remember? I watch TV to see him implode. Yeah, a lot of people do, just to watch him implode. To watch the shit show, like, you know, the train wreck. Let's watch a little bit more of this fucking train wreck.
I know about the legal profession, and they are gonna,
So that's one thing, by the way, Aiden doesn't know about. He doesn't know a goddamn thing about the legal profession. He doesn't even know half the things that they're talking about in his own fucking case, and it shows. Because the shit that he says is just so fucking wild, has nothing to do with legalities in his case. It just makes me fucking laugh, right? It just makes me laugh. Because he is so uneducated when it comes to legal shit that he thinks he has the right to sit there and shit on other people that do know about it. And it's funny to me because anybody who has even an eighth of the education when it comes to like the legal stuff knows that he's full of shit, right? And it just makes him look like a liar to most intelligent human beings. So it's like, at what point, and it just allows more people to see who he is, what he's doing, you know, like it's sad, but it's true, you know? He's not showing up for anyone unless it's going to benefit him. Let's be honest. I don't think he's ever done a single thing that wasn't going to benefit him, right? Like simply not going to, if it helped someone else, he was not fucking doing it, right? It's just simply not going to at all. I have not read his 3 books. I do have one of them. And one of these days we are going to go over so many of the lies that he put in that book. And someone actually sent it to me, one to burn and one to go over with you guys, which is amazing. So we're going to have a bonfire with one of those one of these days. But I do have one, you know? Yeah, but he's not wise, Lorelai. He's not wise at all. That's half of his problem is he's not very smart, you know? He's not a very smart guy. The math doesn't math, you know? Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Maybe his shower curtain isn't working. I don't know. I don't know how you have a green screen that's blue, but sure, whatever. I asked him in his bus stop this week if he's talked to her lately, and he lied and said maybe. He has not talked to her. She can't fucking stand him. And he keeps hinting towards his audience that, like, him and Karen have talked. No, they haven't. He's a liar. He is a fucking liar. He just wants people to think that's the case. Happy birthday, Babs. Happiest birthday, Babs. All right, let's play the rest of this because I can't even see my my space right now while I'm playing this, so I can't even see if somebody's requesting to speak. That's okay. We'll play this to see his bullshit. But the amount, see, I've already paused it twice in the first 30 seconds. Like, the amount of lies that one man can come out with in a 5-minute and 30-second rant is fucking amazing to me.
You pay enough money, and if we just keep giving money nonstop, then we will find out who killed John O'Keefe, because we will have depositions, and we will do this, and we will do that, and they will find stuff that the feds can't, because she's a fucking legal expert. Bitch, you just like tailgating. Stop.
I mean, to be fair, she's right. Things will come out in depositions that weren't allowed in a criminal case. Gee, I wonder if that's because criminal and civil cases are different in what's allowed in and what isn't. Oh, yeah, it is, Aiden. So because you're an actual fucking idiot, right? Hey, Leonard, how are you, Amber? Like, no. Like, no. The civil and criminal cases are different. So what's allowed into a civil case might not have been allowed into the criminal case. So there are new things that are going to be learned. Some of the things I already know, some things I don't, right? But there are going to be new things in the civil case. So him trying to pretend that there isn't, pretend like he knows what he's talking about when it's very clear that he doesn't, is fucking amazing that anyone buys this bullshit. I did answer that earlier from A to B, but no, his family wants nothing to do with the Turtle Boy name or his brand at all. They are embarrassed by it, unfortunately. Me too, girl. I mean, I'm not lurking, but I'm working. I mean, I'm attempting to at least, right? I'm here with you guys finally after not working for 2 weeks, which was just not good. Not good for my mental health because I missed you guys. Not good for my bank account. Not good for anything, especially with that blizzard. That blizzard was a shit show. My God, dude, I never imagined I'd be stuck in the house for multiple days. I figured, yeah, it'll be a day before they dig us out, but I did not think it would take until Wednesday for the city to plow us out on our side street. Like, we're right off of a main road, so I did not think that would happen.
You just like tailgating. I missed you for the whole first trial. I missed you for that.
Fuck's sake.
We know you like to show up.
He acts like people who come in for the second trial or who got involved in like finding out what was going on in the second trial are like less important because they weren't around for the first trial. I've been around since before the first trial started, right? Since pre-trial, since the beginning of pre-trial in the first case, right? That doesn't make me any more important than someone who found out about it in the second trial. Like, what the fuck does that have anything to do with anything? It doesn't. Like, that's just crazy to me.
Up and tailgate and hang out, and you like the social atmosphere of it all, and you like TikTok, and you like going online, and you like doing all that. This is what I was doing. I was talking to the source herself. Sure. 5 days a week, 6 days a week. That's what I was fucking doing. The source fucking trusted me. And I came through because I told the truth, okay, about what fucking happened. I got the word out that no one else fucking would. And now all these cocksuckers. And by the way, and as a result of that, I built a gigantic social movement that raised over $1.1 million. Created the infrastructure. There is no fundraiser without me. None. That's what I fucking did. And now all these cocksuckers come out of the woods and they get to police. We're the ones that care about. Where was Randall? Where were Randall and the retards for the first trial? I must have missed them.
Once again, he acts like if being there for the first trial has really anything to do with anything, right? Like, it doesn't. Also, there was plenty of fundraising without him. There were popcorn fundraisers that he had nothing to do with that he then wanted, right? He told Meredith, like, what? I need one of those. Why can't I have one of those? I need a popcorn fundraiser, guys. Give me a popcorn fundraiser. I need to benefit more off of this. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. This is ridiculous. Attempting to say that there would be no fundraising without him. There were other channels that picked up the case. There was plenty of fundraising happening, sir. Stop it with the nonsense. Oh, it's good to see you. I'm happy to be back. I am happy to be back. I am. And also for those of you that have popped in the last hour, I appreciate you guys. Let me reiterate, if you do want to support my small channel, there are a billion different ways you can do that. By being here, you're already doing that, and I appreciate you all more than you even know. But we have the most direct routes are always the best, of course. CashApp, Venmo, PayPal. You can hit the like button. That's free. You can subscribe. That's also free. And we appreciate that. And then there's a link at the top of the chat where you can use any credit or debit card to donate to the channel. We appreciate that more than you know. And our Amazon wish list is in our description. Sorry, I'm like trying to do two things at once because you guys know me. I'm just like doing a million things at one time. But I'm happy to be back. And yeah, he was around the first trial. Aiden just acts like people who were there weren't there, right? He likes to also pretend that he doesn't know who certain people are when he does know who they are. He just wants to pretend that he doesn't and be like, they're irrelevant, so I don't even know who they are. Like, buddy, stop it with the nonsense. Like, stop it. So now he goes on to bitch about, I think, all the boots on the ground people for the Karen Reed case and how they just like tailgated. And it's like, buddy, what do you think you did? Instead of sitting with your dying mother, you went to the courthouse. That's 100% the truth. And then when his mother did pass, instead of staying with his family for a couple days, he went to the courthouse. So who the fuck is he to talk about anyone else at all, about anything else? Like, I feel embarrassed for them too. I honestly feel a little embarrassed for the people that still buy into his bullshit. And I know eventually they feel embarrassed too, which is sad. It's sad. But, you know, it's just sad. Hold on a second, guys. Someone else just asked me in my group chat, like, where does Aiden find these people? Like, where does he find these people that follow him? You know, like, and it's a good question. It's a good question. Where do they find these people? Farouk Assault, he does act like Farouk Assault. I've said that before. Like, no, I want more, daddy. Like, turn him into the goddamn blueberry and roll him out, you know? Like, roll out. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I've heard that Purple Kool-Aid has a channel. That dude's a clown. He just does Aiden's bidding. I mean, I don't know why anybody would want to watch that. It's weird to me. All he does is blame Meredith for everything. So Aiden doesn't have to. Aiden gets other people to do his dirty work. It's something he's done a million times over. If he feels like he's like overdoing it or people aren't loving it, they like it, but they don't love it, he just makes someone else do it. And then he claims ignorance. I didn't tell them to do it. I did not tell them to do it. When in reality, all the text messages between the two show that he absolutely told them to do it. That's what he does. Like, who watches these fucking people? That's what I want to know. Who the fuck watches some of these people? It's crazy. It's insane. Like, the way that he targets people, he has now targeted all of the people who helped him, right? Like, he has targeted Nan, he's targeted Jen Altman, he's targeted Meredith, he's targeted some of his biggest supporters. If they don't agree with him on one single thing, okay, he goes after them. And not because they did something wrong, simply because they just exist in a world where he's not benefiting from them anymore, you know? Yeah, but if you look at even the stuff that he does get, it's really disturbing to see what he does get, Danny. It disturbs me, right? Like, to sit there and have people send me clips, and during those like 2-minute clips, you'll see him read like 10 turtle chats or whatever. And you're like, are these people really, like, we know sometimes he makes up donations, but like, are these people really giving their hard-earned money to this horrible human being? Like, that's just gross. He could furnish his whole new house that he bought on everyone else's money, right? And there's nothing wrong if you made that money, right? And you're buying your house with that. The problem with that is he could have used that money to pay for his own defense fund and not had a defense fund. And that is what bothers me, right? Like, all of those people that donated over 300 grand to his defense fund didn't need you. He could have paid for it by himself. Let me repeat the numbers that I told you guys the other day that we got. He's made over $5 million since 2020. $5 million. There's been 45,000 reports on his account, on his YouTube account. 45,000 fucking reports, dude. Nothing. It's just crazy to me. Sorry, I need to answer this message real quick. I want a golden egg. Yeah, that's what he wants. His supporters do like the bashing, but it's really gross, right? Like, that's the other thing. Like, what kind of grown-ass man wants to take up for eating? I don't understand that. Like, you have to be very lonely in your life, you know? I don't know. We can check, though. We can check. Hold on. We can check. We can see. Yeah, no, I'm dead serious. Over $5 million since 2020. I'm dead serious. That's the number. Over $5 million since 2020 he has made. Not kidding. That's a real number. You know, 100%. So we got those numbers from Google, Alphabet themselves, YouTube. So he's made over 5 million. You got to think about it. All the merch, right? All the merch sales, all the memberships, all of the donations. You have to add all of that up. Over 5 million, over 45,000 reports to that account. Like, hold on, I'm getting some information here. Hold on. Yeah, they're constant. Barb's right. They're constant. Hold on, I'm getting some incoming stuff. Hold on. What is that noise? It might be my speaker. I'm gonna shut the speaker off so it's not making that weird noise. Yeah, so he hadn't filed an IRS report in 10 years prior to 2020, prior to the winter of 2023. After that, I don't know. But prior to the winter of 2023, he told Lindsay Catani that he had not filed taxes in 10 years. Like a dumbass. Yeah, most of us won't see that in a fucking lifetime. 5 million? Oh yeah, absolutely. He's still, and that doesn't count his $300,000 legal defense fund. It didn't count any of that. That was just all the things that were coming from his ad revenue, his merchandise, his like all of that. Okay, so hold on. Is Jabril still on Jerks? Hold on. We'll check in on that. Let's see. And they are. It is crazy money. For like, not, the numbers simply don't lie. Jesse's right. Like the numbers don't lie, and I do think that karma will come, and it will come hard for him. I think it already has in some ways. And like, I'm here with the popcorn because the amount of people he has hurt with his own lies, people's livelihood, their jobs, their families, like that's who he is, right? That's who he is. The people still supporting it, I don't fucking know why. Hi. Oh, tired. I feel tired. I feel stressed and I feel tired, if I'm being honest. And you guys know me. I'm just going to give it to you like it is. I'm feeling stressed and I'm feeling tired. But I am also happy to be back, to be fair. I am happy to be back. But yeah, most of us will not see that kind of money in a fucking lifetime. Jabril had words with Tom and Dina. Brandy too. Tom had recorded that Jabril went live on drugs. Interesting. We're getting, yeah, hold on, incoming. We're going to check in on that and see. Hold on. Yeah, I think there is something. The Wilba. You have to imagine how many, right? Imagine how many. Yeah, the IRS. I did know this. And I think they did. Oh, love you. It's nice to see you. I missed you. I missed everybody. Why would Meredith reach out to Aaron? What happened between Jam and Aaron? That wasn't Meredith. I think that was MLF. And it's because she had followed them. She watched them, you know? Actually, the opposite, they had words to bro. I thought you were. I was on Twitter. I'm on Twitter and I'm on both. I wanted to make, hold on. All right, let's drop this down for a second. I'm on both just to see if anybody wanted to speak. Some people like to come from the live stream here on YouTube and go over to Twitter where I'm doing the space and speak, which is fine. We like to hear what people have to say too, so I'm on both. The show at the Wilbur was just like, it wasn't really about anything specific. It was just him doing the same shit he does. Let's check out, I think he said that Gabriel was on with Mike a while ago. Mike's playing the Jesse Jackson thing. Because Jesse Jackson died, unfortunately.
Because of you.
Trying to see.
Much. All straight. With.
Trying to see where. Sorry, my internet was buffering and I don't know why. It better not start this crap because I didn't get it fixed yet. Not yet. Ordered the piece, but Not yet. It's still broken. Still broken. Still broken. See, that's the thing. There's a lot of that. He's doing another Wilbur show. Gross. Oh yeah. So if you have the video, Amy, send it to me because I'm trying to find. Hold on. Let me see. Let me try this. Let me see if I can find it this way. Oh, okay. Hold on. Jesse sent it to me. 14. Let's see. Oh. Did they change the name of the damn? Oh, hold on. Hold on. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna move it to the 3-minute and don't care. Here we go. Move it a little ahead of that and see. Hold on, we're gonna drop this down for a second. And we're gonna add this up on the stage for those of you who are on the live stream. Let's see what it says. Got it. All right, we're gonna drop this down in chat here and blow this up so we can all see what the hell is going on here. Let's see.
Yes.
Thank you. Any comments about what happened today?
No, I'm very pleased. The acknowledgement from plaintiff's counsel with this motion that we should do it in the first place, and more.
317, so we'll bump it up a little.
To your brothers, to your mom's property. You told Highlander.
No,
The very first one, we took it from Canton PD. Yes, sir.
Time out. It was raining and it wouldn't fit in my car, and I gave it to Lauren. That's the last place. It's on video. I've rewound it 30 times.
I remember when I
The broken down truck.
I'm gonna pop over there too. In a second.
Signs.
Christy.
Your flag was there, Tom.
It was at that point.
So you've taken it since then.
After that, it went to Dedham and it went to Lauren's truck. It's on video, and I have what's her name? Kim was a witness to the entire thing because Kim was gonna take it, but she's going to set up for a party or a function or something. But she's the last one to take it.
I thought it was 3 hours.
Sorry.
And then it's at 1 hour or is that 3 hours? I thought you said 3 hours and 16 minutes. 1 hour and.
What do you think about Karen? Good day Wednesday?
I guess so.
Ripped anything yet, buddy? Have to get a ladder.
3 hours, 14 minutes. All right, this is an hour and 16. This is 3 hours, 12 minutes.
You need to move away from the doors and blocking the exits. Move away from the building, please.
She never made the comment that was attributed to her, and to have that acknowledged in open court, that's all we wanted. We just want a little bit of honesty in the process, and we took some big strides getting that today.
And if I remember correctly, tell us
He's $10,000 a month on rent. That's
Is
crazy.
there an understanding about when that's happening?
No, there's no understanding. She's going to get her phones back eventually. I mean, they're being ostensibly illegally held. We believe
No, they're
there's been
not.
orders
Stop that. They're
by
not being
two
illegally.
separate judges indicating that the Norfolk DA's office shouldn't necessarily have. They shouldn't have her phones.
They don't have
There's an
any
appeal
order of that
process and
sort.
there's some procedural roadblocks, but ultimately Karen's going to get her phones back as she should have had 2 years ago.
And it sounds like
All right, we're going to get going.
we'll get access to what's on them.
Well, we'll see.
That's
We'll
crazy.
see. We'll see. There's gotta be
Oh,
mitigation.
God, I got closed and it popped right off. Oh boy.
Depends on how much you guys listen.
At least it was worth the trip today.
Well played. Well played.
Great job today, Turkey.
Yep. Good job, guys. Well deserved.
Thank you.
There you go. That was cool. That was something, huh? Never happened, will it?
I don't care about it.
And I don't care about you. Don't threaten women in the movement.
Please.
You're a
Girl,
turtle rider. This is
girl,
Karen.
It's nothing to do with a turtle rider. I'm a
Bye.
Karen leaf
Bye.
reporter, and it's
Bye.
embarrassing what you're doing.
Bye.
Hey.
It's all apart.
Bye.
Hey, dude.
There is. I put one there
Hey.
today.
I know you like
Excuse
in
me.
the middle of a nigga
Hey.
story.
You
Excuse
don't know
me.
me, bro.
Yeah, nigga.
I'm Tom. I'm Tom.
I'm Jason.
Nice to meet you, Jason.
Why
Nice
is
to
she
meet you.
going-
Listen, real quick. Can I just say something? Tina's never taken a drug in her life.
Okay.
I'm
Have you
just
seen
telling you
what the
that.
fuck they put on Facebook about me?
I don't.
Are you her spokesperson?
No, I'm not. But
All right, then get out of my face.
I'm just telling you what I know.
You were
She's not the one
spokesperson.
to take anything, not even aspirin. So
I don't care. She has no right to talk about anybody. Look at what she does.
I didn't think she was.
Oh, both of you.
But either way, Dina doesn't do drugs.
It's at the top of the list. It should be
I
like the second thing
defend that to
down.
the fucking end of the world. I don't care who the fuck.
I'll put the link in the chat in case you guys don't have the right one. Sometimes the old one pops up. Let's see what happened. Let's see how Jay explained it on Mike's channel. I mean, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, that these are turtle riders. They are. Mike. I mean, Tom is a turtle rider. Like it's not rocket science. We know that. And even after Aiden has shit all over him multiple times, wrote an article about him and everything. He went back to loving the ground that Aiden walks on, which is fucking insane to me. You had the old one, yeah. See, a lot of people had the old one. I actually didn't even change the stupid address on the old one until recently, so it looks like someone might have bought it for themselves. I don't know, my pink pots and pans. And the address wasn't changed, but I did go by the old house the other day, and there was no package on the porch, so they might have just found it on my wish list and bought it for themselves, but I was like, if they ordered the pink pots and pans and they're not on my thing, I hope they didn't. Well, see, that's the problem. And she does this a lot. She's done it quite a few times. Yeah, I mean, all right, let's see what Mike had Jabril on, I guess, to explain sort of like what happened. So let's see. Heartbreak for Family Guy. The endish. It was today, right? Because Mike's live right now doing the 2 hours ago. Okay, I see. All right. Hold on. I got it. Let's see. Okay, here's Jabril. I see him. Hold on. I'm gonna back this up a little bit here. Back it. Now pause it here. Pull it up. Right here.
I like the chats with the jerks and the long gamers. That's where I feel comfortable. Those are the people I want to be with. Guess what, people? We waited and we got what we asked for. We got Jay Brill in the chat. Jay Brill is ready to come up on video. I want to make sure he's ready. Are you ready for Jay Brill? Let's hear it. Everybody in the chat.
Oh,
you
you
gotta
are
put
the
up your ones
best.
right now. If you
A
want
chair.
Jay Brill up here.
Thank you so much.
Let's give it to Jay Brill. He just took some shit.
Now I won't be like way down here.
What up, Jay Brill?
What's going on, Money Mike?
Thank you so much.
How you doing? It's
I'm good.
I'm like watching the video of Tom's CPU. What do you want to say? Do you want to say anything? Or
Same
just
girl.
wanna
I react
move
to.
on today. What's up?
I'm gonna say some shit.
I don't got nothing to say to those haters, bro. They don't faze me. You know what? I'm gonna tell you like this. They hate me for no reason, and they can keep hating me because
Same.
I'm gonna still
girl.
stay being me, and I'm gonna still rock out with JFK, and I'm still gonna do what I do, no matter what. At the end of the day,
I hear you, my dude. Oh, thank you so much.
Mostly,
You're gonna make me
I
cry.
just
Don't make me
watched it
cry on
briefly.
camera.
I don't know what they're saying in the chats and all that, but It seemed like Tom CPU kind of tried to diffuse it.
Bingo.
Is that what happened? And Dina was talking shit, or were they both kind of?
Dina started talking shit to me, and then Tom CPU came up to me acting like he knew me. Like, you don't know me. Shook my hand. It was like, Dina don't do drugs. The fuck does that have to do with me?
Like what?
I don't care about her.
I mean, she talks shit. I mean, like, I don't get why people think that they're going to be able to talk shit and people aren't going to throw shit back at them anymore. I mean, it just.
I'm so
that's what I
excited.
don't
I'm in a
get.
new chair. Now I just need to get curtain rods.
What I do? All right, my bad. I got a call and I accidentally answered it. I don't know what happened.
All right.
I've done that, Jabril. I've done that. Answered calls accidentally while I'm live. Done it.
Look at this one. We got one
Yeah.
here. I don't know who he's talking to. You're a clown. Have that energy when I see you. What's that about?
I ain't hard to find. I ain't hard to find, bro.
I don't know if he's talking to you or me or what. I have no idea. It's like I don't even know who
not
you
a
are.
little
What do you think they're
that's a
talking
big
about,
help.
Money Mike?
Thank you.
I don't know. They're very upset. I mean, I just looked at it.
Because I just laugh at those clowns.
Essentially, yeah. I mean, they did buy him a house.
They can't face me. They can't do nothing. I was there alone. They didn't. No one did nothing to me. No, except for Dina came running her mouth.
Damn.
I don't hide from nobody. I don't fear nobody. No one scares me. The only man that I fear is the man upstairs, bro. That's it.
Yep. Right.
I've been through so much in my life that no one of these people put any type of fear into my heart.
Somebody said you talked to Karen for a minute.
He is.
I talked to Karen.
Do you want to share what she said or not?
I'm not going to share that right now.
Okay. Any questions for Alan Jackson today? What they said
I
on.
was trying to ask him a question, but they were doing the interview, and the woman came out and told them to get away from the doors, and they left quick.
That's right. I saw that. So yeah, there wasn't too much going on. What was the feeling inside the courtroom? Because you were in there. It seemed like it was all Karen people, really. I saw like maybe one or two Turtle Riders, but it was mostly the real Karen people. Am I right on that?
And I had an advantage, so all the other ones were on the other side trying to see what was going on.
My heat's making noises right now.
I think we broke up a little bit. Can you say that again?
I said I was right behind Karen, and those other ones were on the other side, so they were trying to hear everything that was going on, like trying to see what was going on our side than that side, because you know how they separate.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think he's been reported by people. At least people have said that.
Oh, go ahead.
Am I what?
Maybe.
Would you go again?
I'm not sure
because of the drama today.
Oh,
you feel like it's yeah.
I'll go every time. I don't care.
Yeah.
I will be there. I will go. If my show needs me to go, I'm going.
And so this whole Dina thing, like she talked a lot of mad shit about all of you guys, especially
she needs to stop running her
Alex.
mouth, dude, because she doesn't know what she's talking
about. Now she's upset that she got some pushback. It seems like. What would you say to her?
They all get upset when they get pushback. Stop lying, and you wouldn't get pushback.
I said all I had to say to her.
There you go.
Yeah, don't expect someone not to bite back.
I said all I had to say to her, bro. Like, honestly, listen, all I got to tell her, honestly, is, girl, I know I look good, but I still have the holes burning through me from you staring at me. I had holes in me, bro. Every time I looked, she was looking at me. Like, what is it, the new haircut? You never see me in person or something? Come on. I know I look good, but damn, girl, you excessive. You brought it to a whole nother level of fucking obsessive. Like every time I look, I move so she can't see me, and I look and she's staring at me. Like
He's usually on with JFK.
Come on, girl, get a grip.
I gotta say, like, you know, everyone expected drama between Machado and me. We were
I
standing
knew
right
it
next
was
to
gonna
each
happen.
other.
I knew since the
we were
minute
standing
I
right
got
next to-
there. Since the minute I got there and she saw me, I knew she was gonna try to say something to me. I figured it would have been before, like, but once we were leaving and she looked at me, I knew I was on the phone with someone, and I knew she was gonna try to say it right then and there. But then,
Go TJ.
excuse me, I ignored her, and then after
I love it. I love TJ.
after I recorded it, recorded the interview with Karen and the news, and right after that, she went in. I wish I kept my recording on, so I could have just, bro. The minute I stopped my recording, she came in at me. I wish I had it on recorded. It's all out there. You know, everybody's seen it. How many people are playing the videos?
They'll twist it.
I'm not playing the
People who
videos
have it will
because
twist it.
Tom. It was only Tom CPU I saw recorded it. So
See,
far.
those people
I'm
aren't
looking for
stupid
anybody
enough.
else, but
Both Dina
I don't
and
trust
Tom were there when
CPU
I
'cause
was
he's
at a court
copyright
date one day, and they wouldn't say a single
Yeah,
word.
let me
to me.
ask
They're
you-
not fucking
permission and
stupid
then
enough
gave me
to
a
do that to
copyright
me.
strike. Tom is that kind of guy.
Let-
He will copyright.
Let me
strike
ask you guys
if
a
he doesn't
question.
You can't if you're commentating
What
on
color
his
do I
stuff.
look like?
You can't copyright strike.
Ask the chat that. I can't see the chat, so ask them what color do I look like?
They
Like,
called
what
him-
nationality do I look like?
Could be Portuguese. I'm a little Portuguese, a little Spanish, a little Irish. I'm a weird mix. I'm a smick. That's me. I'm also Congolesian.
Someone said white.
West
I'd say
African.
white or Hispanic. I don't know. Like you could be Italian. I
He's
don't know. You could
Portuguese,
be-
definitely.
You could be light skinned, Puerto Rican. I have no idea. It's tough to say. You could be German. You could be Irish. I don't know, French. You know, people are saying white Italian.
Portuguese. I'm calling it. I don't know, but I'm
Everyone,
calling
mostly
it.
people are saying white.
All right, so this Chrissy Mello woman,
Oh God, that one.
do I look like I'm the N-word?
Oh, she called you the N word.
Bro, she
God
yelled
damn.
the N-word at me, bro. I'm white. I'm French, Irish, and
shocker.
Indian. I'm not the
right.
N-word. So
French,
you know what?
Irish, and Indian. It's
You better go
Indian that
check
gives
yourself
them
with
that
that.
color.
You racist.
Oh wow. You really trigger them. They get very upset.
Apparently.
Those turtle riders, they ain't no match for me, bro.
Dumbass.
I'm not afraid of them. They can come at me in every different direction, and I got something for them.
Yep. See,
And I'm not
afraid
threatening anybody.
yeah.
I'm not threatening anybody. I'm saying something. Hold on. Let me just throw up the disclaimer.
Yeah.
I'm not threatening anybody. I'm saying I will whatever they have to say to me, I will get them back with words because I have facts. And that's the problem. They don't.
I mean, that's one of the reasons I don't want to go down there because I might be like, if someone gets in my face, like, I got the wrestling instinct. I was just like, you know,
Right?
like, you saw that dude, that big dude. The big dude was joking around with me.
Jay Brill sounds like me.
He was
Like, I don't
like,
give a fuck. I don't give a
ready
fuck.
to go? And I was like,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Like,
I don't care.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I
fucking
can
care.
keep my composure with some of the bullshit.
I
That's why
cannot.
it's just like,
I cannot.
I'm sitting at home. I'm sitting at home. I'm not dealing with the
Listen.
clown show over there.
I've dealt with so much BS, bro. Like, they don't even test my patience.
There you go.
I got patience for days, Mike.
Yeah, that's what I don't have anymore. I've lost my patience. I'm trying to get it back. I'm trying to have a laugh.
Chrissy
But
Mello
you-
was the
you
one
do.
that
You
only
have that
almost got
patience,
beat
which
up
is-
by me inside
that's
the
why you're
courthouse.
the guy to go
She
down
seems
there.
to forget that when she still
Mhm.
runs her fucking mouth to people.
Yeah, and I was happy to go on
And it's
there.
all
I was
on
happy to
video.
represent the JFK show down there. You know,
It's all on
that's
camera.
that's my team. That's who I ride or die for. You know, they're not gonna talk shit about us and get away with it as long as I can help it. If I'm there, say it to my face.
It's my face with your
If
chest.
I'm not there, don't talk to me on the internet because
Right.
you ain't even getting me mad on the internet. Say it to my
Nobody cares.
face, and I
Yeah.
guarantee you it'll be a whole different outcome. You'll be copping pleas just like Dina did.
I think they're very upset. I
Yep.
think they're very upset right now.
Listen, they can't hate the player. They gotta hate the game, bro. That's what it comes down to. And then, like, I had my girlfriend. I didn't let my girlfriend come with me because those people are just crazy ass people.
Oh yeah.
And you never know what they'll
And if she's like
try to
me,
pull.
she would have reacted.
So I walked, you know, to Dunkin' Donuts right after the court hearing. You believe this Tom CPU dude had a nerve to ask me if I want to ride? Like, bro, I don't know you.
Oh, for
You don't
fuck's-
know me.
What a
Is
What do you want me
false
in your car
evidence.
for, bro?
Yeah.
Again,
Like, we're not friends. I'll give him that.
I'm sorry.
You know, appreciate the
premium.
offer, but you don't know me.
Get premium.
What are you gonna try to use me as content too? That's all they want. They all want content. That's all they want, bro, is content because they can't make their own content.
Which is just sick.
Their content is drama, talking about other creators that make content because they can't make the content.
It's
So
not
they
hard
use
to
us
make
as their
content,
content.
people. It's really fucking not.
No bound.
Like-
Someone said no boundaries. That's another thing.
If you do a little bit
None.
of work, you can
They
get
don't-
it done. And I
none.
don't want to do any of that.
Like,
I don't want to do any work.
You see, if anyone saw what I just went through, I have boundaries. I don't disrespect people like that. You know, I might get
No,
mad.
that's
I might say certain things, but I'm not going to disrespect you.
Exactly. Like I would say the same thing. Like
The people who know
we were
me in
both
real
there for
life
the Kelsey
know
hearings.
what kind of
Machado's
patience I
been.
have with these people.
Mhm.
I've been around Machado at
It
two
is in
different
that
hearings
article.
now.
It is in
We
that
say
article
nothing to each other.
that it was 10K. I'll have to ask
We
someone.
don't get all weird around each other and act out. I noticed she even said that you were nice to her. You were like a gentleman around her.
I am. I'm not going to listen. I treat people accordingly.
Exactly.
If you're
You
going to
treat me with
respect me,
respect,
I'm going to
I
respect
treat you
you.
with
That's why I
respect.
shook Tom CPU's hand because he came to me with respect.
I felt
And then
like
he
you tried
did that. And then he did that stupid shit by saying, "Oh, Dina don't do drugs." That's not my
What's that have to
problem.
do
I
with
don't care
anything?
about Dina. I'm here to get content for JFK's show. That's why I was there. You know, and that's what it's about. We make the content. We don't use other people as content.
There you go. I like this one right here. Treat people the way that you wanted to be treated.
That's right.
Exactly. I was raised right. My mother raised me well, bro.
Hey, from Fort
The only
Worth.
thing my mother didn't teach me is how to live without her. That's it.
Right? For real.
You talk shit
Your
about
parents never
somebody,
teach you
gotta
that.
expect that you're gonna get shit back.
Yeah, the article does say
Listen,
10K
if you're
once.
gonna
I know
talk
they got
shit-
it wrong, but
Yeah, go ahead.
If you're gonna talk shit, at least back it up.
oh yeah,
That's
she
true.
did. I played the clip earlier. She
But I
did.
mean,
She
I said
called
some
him the
shit about
N-word.
Jimmy recently, and Jimmy came back at me. I wasn't like, I can't believe
Yeah.
Jimmy's talking about
Fully
me.
furnished. But
course
he
he's
only
gonna
rented
talk
2
about me.
rooms.
You know what I mean? It's like when you say somebody's name and you say anything that's a little bit critical in the scene, of course they're gonna say something back. I mean, not just
Right.
I don't know.
Hey, listen. If this was 10 years ago,
Right? It'd be different.
bro,
Be different. I know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know.
I would get kicked off the JFK show. Just put it that way.
To be fair, I was they removed me from the courthouse.
But now
Instead
is
of police
now,
trying to
and,
make them
and
let
I'm
me
a
back
better
in, like, 5
person. You know,
times.
every day I live. JFK, I owe a lot to JFK. JFK is a great mentor, bro. And like I said it every single time I'm on anyone else's live, I would not want to be on anyone else's show. Honest, no offense to any of you creators that I like, but JFK's show is I feel, you know, since the beginning, I told them before I even got on the show when I was going through the jigger stuff. I feel like you're a therapist that I don't have to pay for. You know, like everything he's ever told me happened. Like we kind of think alike, but he has more of the long game, you know. So when he puts this long gamers out there, it's for a reason, because he's for the long game, bro. And he sees ahead. Like I see a little bit ahead, he sees a lot ahead. Like every single thing he's ever told me happened. You
I
know,
like how
so
I like how he clues the audience in on it too, because
yep,
just that whole long gamers thing, it sets a tone. It sets the tone for everybody.
it does.
It lets everybody know, and that's the way. Like I've always thought about this shit too, but I never put it out there into words. You know what I mean? And like even for me, I'm just like, he's right. This is what it is. It's today matters, but what's going to
Yep.
happen in 6 months, a year, 5 years from
Who
now?
knows at that point?
Right.
No.
I look
They're
at the
not
ride
gonna-
I've been on, you know, like you never know what's going to happen too. Like you never fucking know.
I'm
All you
gonna
can
tell
do is
you
just
right
keep
now.
doing you. Keep doing what you're
I
doing
think
and doing the right
I
thing.
think JFK is gonna be around for a long time.
He is
After
the
these
first
other
one.
creators, I hope so because he deserves it. He's a great dude, bro.
He was
JFK is
boots
the
on the
man. He's the
ground.
GOAT. JFK is the GOAT.
I mean,
I said, clip
yeah,
that.
I would say
Dina was like a boots on the ground Karen Reed supporter, a turtle rider. She does talk a lot now. At first she didn't. Now she talks a lot. Chrissy Mello always talked a lot, but she disappeared for quite a bit after the incident at the courthouse where she ran her mouth with her two greasy ass friends, and I had to be dragged out mid-swing because you're not going to sit there and talk shit to me because I'm not a person who's just going to sit there and talk shit back, right? I don't have the patience for that shit. Talking shit does nothing. You want to and to be fair, I asked her if she wanted to handle it. Want to go outside? You want to handle it? If you want to go outside, she want to handle it. She let me keep running her fucking cum catcher. So I lost patience, and it wasn't for Julie Ginto and my friend Laura. They would have been wiped down in the courthouse. And so even the poor Dedham cops felt bad because the COs didn't want to let me back in, of course. And I'm like, go look at your damn cameras. These people came down to where the bathroom was to seek me out, to play games. Like they came down there to talk shit and play games. Like that's what happened, right? And so the Dedham cops were like, yeah, we've been dealing with some of these turtle riding idiots for days, and we're kind of sick of them. They're ignorant, they're loudmouth, they don't know when to fucking quit. So the Dedham cop went in like 4 times trying to get the CO to like let us the fuck back in because we're not the problem. He's like, I'm like, I don't even know how you guys are dealing with them, but shout out to the Dedham cops because they were very, very cool, and they seemed to understand the assignment on what the fuck was actually going on. So she disappeared for a while after that. She made some wild statement that she would beat me up or something, and then I offered her to post the video because courthouses, cameras, and all, FOIAs and all. I offered her to post the video and show the world if what she was claiming was true. It wasn't, obviously. And everyone who saw what happened knows it wasn't, right? Because my friend, again, Julie Ginto, was there, and she goes, damn, you're strong. And I was like, no, I'm not really strong. I was just really fucking mad, right? Like, really. Like, I'm not going to play the let's sit here and talk shit for 20 minutes in your face game. I'm not doing it. Sorry, you got the wrong fucking person. I am not the one. You clearly did not do any sort of understanding of who the fuck I'm not a person who's gonna let you sit there and just talk shit in my face. Sorry, I am not that person. I'm just not. I am not. I am not that person. That is not me. And anybody who knows me in real life knows that. If this was, like J Bro said, if this was 10 years ago, I might have let her talk shit for a little longer than I did last time. But just goes to show she disappeared for a while after that. Probably embarrassed. I would be too if I were her, if I claimed that I could beat someone up that very clearly could not. Yeah, and very clearly the video shows me swing. I'm in mid swing and she backs up and she's now up against the bathroom door like, oh, well, you're so tough though, right? You and your 2 friends, and it's me and my 2 friends that are not going to do anything, but me clearly is just not going to deal with your bullshit anymore. And y'all are backing up. Like, what? I asked you if you wanted to handle it. I asked you if you wanted to go outside. You wanted to be a baby back bitch and just run your fucking mouth. You wanted to be gangster bitch Barbie without having any gangster, dude. Like, come on. If you're going to bark at me, you better have some fucking bite. You better. Because I don't bark. I'll just bite. I don't have patience for barking. I do not. Sorry, not. 10 years ago, I might have let them talk a little more shit, and then I would have talked some more shit, and then I probably would have thrown hands. I have no patience for stupid people anymore. I definitely don't have patience for stupid people who come to start a problem, and that's what they did. I didn't go looking for them to start a problem. I didn't go looking for them. I wasn't running my mouth talking shit to people. I just didn't say anything to anybody who didn't say anything to me. And Dina and Tom were at least smart enough. They wouldn't even come with their camera behind me. They stayed way over here. They wouldn't come behind me, wouldn't say a word to me, which was smart on their behalf. But Chrissy Mello wasn't so smart. Her and her two greasy head friends decided they were going to come all the way down there and try to be tough guys without actually, my 3 p.m. alarm, which doesn't even apply anymore because my sister picks up my daughter and brings her to school now, so it doesn't even freaking apply. But yeah, I probably forgot to like shut that off. But yeah, no, I'm not that person. I'm just not. And so, of course, what you get with Chrissy Mello is you get her screaming the N-word at a white person. Yeah, definitely representing the turtle and the turtle people because it's so classy. So fucking classy to yell the N-word. Like, what the fuck? No. Erin shared those. Erin shared the whole thing. Erin shared the whole thing on Twitter herself. So, oh, space at 4? MLF looks like she's going to do a space at 4. I'm in on that. I'm in, girl. She likes it and doesn't like it. Sometimes she likes the bus and sometimes she doesn't, but she likes being with my nephew, so my sister picks her up and drops her off now. Yeah, she is. She is. I have the clip. Hold on. Amy sent me the clip and I played it earlier too. JFK posted it. Hold this down for a second here. I'll play the clip again. You can hear Chrissy screaming it in the background and then JFK kind of like plays it multiple times so everyone can hear it. This is who these people are, of course, like turtle riders to the core, where you just start screaming racially motivated words for no reason whatsoever. Like, yeah, you can see in the video. You can. I'm mid punch, and I can't remember if it's Julie grabs my arm and Laura grabs my hip, or if it was vice versa, because I was just in like I'm seeing red mode at that point. But I remember like them pulling so hard on me, but me pulling so hard forward. And then like I was wearing boots, and I remember like the back of my boots, like me being pulled sort of backwards, and the back of my boots hitting the ground before they got me like up and around the corner near the door. And this is before the COs could even get there. Like they're slow fucking motion, clearly. But I was in mid-swing, literally mid-swing. I was just not feeling it. Like, you're not going to sit there and run your fucking mouth to me. Remember the first stupid thing? Yeah, this is her. Stupid thing. Why are you here? Why are you here? Clearly, I'm here to fucking support someone that isn't a turtle. You dumb bitch. You know why the fuck I'm here. So stop asking dumb questions that you know the fucking answer to, dude. Like, what do you mean, why am I here? Shut the actual fuck up, you uneducated fool. Keep riding the turtle, bro. See how far that gets you.
Turtle right. I'm a Karen Reed reporter, and it's embarrassing what you're doing.
Hey,
Todd, I know you're
excuse me.
in the middle of a nigga
Hey,
story.
excuse me.
Yeah, nigga. In the middle of a nigga
Hey,
story.
excuse me.
Yeah, nigga.
Todd, I know you like
Excuse
in
me.
the middle of a nigga
Hey,
story.
excuse me.
There it is.
Yeah, nigga. Nigga
Hey,
story.
excuse me, bro.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga.
You hear that shit? Like, who
Turtle
the
right.
fuck says that? Who fucking does that? Like, what? I mean, to be fair, they are. Both those people watch those people. So, like, yeah, exactly. It's called being an advocate, something he knows nothing about, or helping people, which is something he knows nothing about. Girl, listen, I was trying to finish it, okay? I wish they should have just let me finish it, but they did not let me finish it, and it's kind of a 2-against-1 situation with my friends. I think they just didn't want. I was like, listen, bitches. Afterwards, I was like, what is wrong with you? I would have had bail in 30 minutes. Like, stop it. I was willing to take one for the team. Although they did point out rightly that if I was going to take one for the team, it should have been to the turtle himself. I was like, all right, you guys are probably right. But still, should have just let me finish what I goddamn started, all right? Fucking A, man. But but this woman here wanted to act like tough afterwards. And it's like, I'm sorry, was I the one backing up against the bathroom door? Or was that you, darling? Oh, that was you. That was you. So I will happily show the world the video if that's what it takes for you to stop fucking lying. I mean, I do have witnesses. I mean, the fact that you would even come out the side of your mouth after that is fucking wild to me. Yet she did. Again, not all the turtle riders, they're not smart people. We're not dealing with intelligent beings here, folks, okay? We're just not. Some of these people are very low IQ, okay? Very, very fucking low IQ. Thank you. I'm happy to be back. I am happy to be back. Her name's Chrissy. It was a FOIA. Like, I was like, would you like me to FOIA the goddamn fucking video? Like, is that what we need to do to show everybody what a fucking coward you are? You can run your mouth, but you can't back shit up, right? Uh-oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. We got something. Hold the fuck up. No, different one. Different one. Christy's Crazy Christy, and Chrissy is just, well, there she is right on the screen. Yeah, no, he definitely, it's in the article. It's in the Boston Globe, I believe it is, article that he's renting a house for $10,000 a month. The problem with that is he only rents 2 rooms. There's another lady, an older lady that lives there that rents from there too. He rented 2 rooms, one for himself, one for his kids, which is weird to rent 2 rooms, but whatever. He rented 2 rooms. So the $10,000 a month, I'm not sure if that's like how much the house goes for, like when everyone rents it out, or if that's what he paid specifically, but it is in the article that the house was $10,000 a month. It's an older house though. It's not a new house. It's an older house, and an older guy owns it who lives in like Florida or something, according to Meredith. So there's an older lady though that also rents and lives there. So let's see. I'm trying to download something right now that I got, and I'm trying to see if I can reformat. Hold on. Hold on. Ooh. He's to extend a fucking restraining order against Kate, where he, in the hearing, apparently calls Karen Reed a former friend. Guys, that's what he did in the hearing with Kate today. Called Karen Reed a former friend. What the fuck? I don't know exactly what Dina said to him, but I know that all of a sudden Tom was like, she doesn't do drugs. Gabriel's like, I don't know what that has to do with me. I never said she did. Like, what the fuck? That's weird. I'm trying to reformat something. Hold on. Oh God, the tech shit drives me nuts. It's uploading. God, I hate when that. Whoa, what is it telling? Failed to upload? What the? What do you mean, man? Network settings, allow access. What the? What the hell? Why will it not do what I want it to do? It won't let me. Mother, I'm gonna have to try this a different way. This is breaking news. I need it. I need it to work. I need it to fucking work. For fuck's sake. Aiden's hearing. His hearing is Kate. I'm attempting to get it to reformat so I can play it, and it's giving me a motherfucking hard time here. Try a different way. Try to reformat this a different way. So this way's not working. Yeah, so I agree with you, Nicholas. And that is something that I have said numerous times, which is once we are done with Alphabet, which is Google, YouTube, Google, any deal that gets made with them, in my eyes, with me, includes a fund of millions of dollars to the people whose lives he has affected. Okay? I'm hearing Meredith lost her job. I don't know if that's true or not, but if she did, she should get a chunk of that. Even Lindsay should get a chunk of that because her life was affected. Even if she ran back to him to probably get him to leave her alone, which I wouldn't have done. I think it's dumb, but he did do shitty shit to her. Leah should get a good chunk of that. There are a lot of people whose lives have been altered. MLF was harassed. I was harassed. Ashley, so many. I could just keep going on and on and on and on about how many people's lives, livelihoods, families were, and still to this day, I'm still trying to crawl out of that fucking hole that was dug for me that I had nothing to do with other than I didn't lie for a turtle. So that meant that I was public enemy number one because I didn't lie for a turtle and his adultering ass, you know? As you guys can see, every donation I get, every Venmo, every Cash App, I read to you guys. Today I've gotten one. So my point is that I don't make a ton of money. Right? Like I at least would be making like decent or okay money if it wasn't for the damage that he inflicted. Right? So there are a lot of people whose livelihoods were affected by this, and any sort of deal that comes from that, of the thousands of pages of evidence that we've recently sent to them and the lawyers calling and all of that, like there needs to be a fund. Like there's no deal that I'm going to make that isn't going to come along with a fucking fund for all of the people who he has harmed. It's just not going to happen. It's simply not. Like there's no deal being made without that, because all these people deserve to be compensated when it could have been stopped a long time ago, and it didn't, you know? And it didn't. All of the witnesses that are being, you know, and it goes far. It goes far and beyond the O'Keefes, the kids. Like, I mean, they're children. The children John took care of. Can you imagine? Like, not okay, bro. All of these people deserve a piece of that. Yeah, they called Martin's job and then just happily said that she did. Well, let's be clear here. She didn't just call just for funsies, dude. Aiden told her to. And I have no doubt Aiden made a phone call of his own. That's what he does, right? It's what he does. He does it from fake accounts or whatever to make it look like it was some random person. But that's what he does. It's simply what he does. And it does not shock me that this is something that he engaged in at all. Let's see. Please reformat this for me, you motherfucker. Analyzing. Let's see if it'll do it. Let's see. While it is attempting to reformat, if it reformats, let's hope that it does. Yeah, they did all sorts of fucking wild shit, and not just to one person. Let's make that clear. They've done it to a multitude of people over and over and over and over. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. I appreciate that. Yeah, she still has her license. I'd appreciate the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button. I'd appreciate that as well. If you want to, I'm not a fan. Let's just put it that way. A lot of the things that she's reported have been things that I've reported that she just then takes from someone like me or someone else and then free reports as if she just magically found it, and she didn't. And also she doesn't have a great track history. He did have court today to extend the restraining order against Kate that he, I am told, then brought more fake evidence to court to do that. Of course. So that doesn't shock me. That's what he does, you know? That's just disgusting. I mean, that's utterly disgusting. For what reason? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, because she doesn't bow down. You have to bow down, you know? Bow down to people. Nobody's going to bow down, and nor should they, you know? Like, no. Absolutely fucking not. Let's see if I did it. Trying to reformat this so I can play some of it. Yeah, the reputation's not great. It's still doing it. So while it's reformatting and analyzing and doing all this fun shit, there are ways that you can help support the channel. The like button being here, that's one of them for sure. We have a couple different ways on the screen: CashApp, Venmo, PayPal. We have a link at the top of chat. You can click on that and use any credit or debit card, and that secured link there. You don't have to have PayPal to do it. It goes through my PayPal, but you do not need a PayPal to do the link. Any credit or debit card will do. And then we have an Amazon wish list, which is in the description of the video, as well as Revolut, Chime. Those options are as well in the description of the video, as they always are. So it's not what I've heard. There was a lot of shit that happened with the Shanann Watts case. That was just really not okay. Not okay. Not even a little okay. Just definitely wrong on all accounts. Leonard Amber said she has a lengthy history of suing other creators. Made a character. She did make a character of Shanann, which is just gross. There's just a lot of like wrong there. And then if you're gonna go use other people's content as like a thing and then pretend it's yours, like that gives me the irks. Like if you want to say like, this is where I found this information, was someone sent me this and I found it on this channel. You want to play the channel, you want to give the credit, fine. But you can't just print it out and then pretend that you found it on your own. That's fucking just disingenuous. Come on, man. And not for nothing, but you can, the problem is like, because she has a larger audience, people are like, did you see what this person said? You see what she put? Okay, I've been saying that for 2.5 years. So she didn't magically come upon the information, bro. She got it from people like me or Kate, or, you know what I mean? Like, come on. She got it from those of us who actually know what's happening behind closed doors. Unlike her, she doesn't sort of have that inside insight to the things that are actively happening right now. I do. A lot of other people do. Kate sometimes does. A lot of people who either were speaking out about him or were involved in some way of being around him, unfortunately. Like I covered the same case, unfortunately, was around him and didn't lie for him, so it became a target. But there are a lot of people that come out of the cult that share a lot of information, and people who stay in the cult just to give information of the bad shit he does. You know, because they think it's wrong and they're the only ones who can bring it to us. Group chats, he sends people shit. Like, he's just not a smart guy. You can't stop sending people things, you know? It's not smart when it comes to that. Oh, yeah, he's falsified court evidence 1,000,000 times. 1,000,000 times, you know? The channel Disorder in the Court. I know that channel has one of her defamation trials, wild behavior in court, and she lost. Well, I'm sure she did lose. You can't sue somebody for their opinion. You can't say it's defamation when it's their opinion. You can't sue someone for their opinion. You have to prove that it's defamation and they knew it wasn't true. In Aiden's case, we can prove he knew it wasn't true and then he just kept saying it anyway. You know, that's different. Yeah, well, I guess you can speak with that much confidence when you take other people's information and you know that they're right, I guess, you know? It's weird to me. I don't know. If I find it somewhere, I show you guys where I find it, right? Like a lot of the stuff from the past, Shannon from Turtle Boy in the Chamber of Secrets had, right? And I asked her permission ahead of time if we could play some of it, and she said absolutely. So we did eventually play some of it. So a lot of that stuff shows his patterns of behavior. Okay, let's see. Okay, converted it to an MP4. Download this. Trying to get this to the version that I need to get it to. Oh, damn it. Why isn't it playing? Why isn't it working to send? Damn. Hold on. They are shady. They're both shady. No? There's a lot of things a lot of people don't know about people. It's, I mean, not for nothing, but she's not smart enough to go pro se. You know, most of the time, just to be fair, judges do not like it when someone goes pro se. Not even a lawyer. They just don't like it. They just frown upon you going pro se. But you actually have to know laws and not just think you know laws. And when you're talking about knowing something in a legal context, people really, so for instance, if you go look at the definition of a word, an English word, right, in the English dictionary, it could say it means this. If you put it in a legal filing, the legal definition of that word can mean something very different. And people don't know that don't know what the fuck they're doing and simply Google shit, right? So then they go in and they assume what the meaning of that word is in a legal context is the same as what it would mean if you wrote it in an essay. It's not. It means very different things. And so then they read it and then they push it out to other people like they're right. Words in a legal context in legal cases can mean very different things when you're dealing with legal cases. People don't seem to understand that. They think they can just Google it, read it, and they know what it means. That's half the problem that we have with some of these people, you know? All right, my four biggest hater. You probably know what I mean. You're a law nerd, Amber. People don't get that, like, when you're talking about a legal context, some things are extremely different. You cannot just apply that to the definition of the word regularly. It's just not the way it works. And then they do. And then they think they know what they're talking about, and they don't. And then they're then forcing out false information to people. Why won't this work? Let's see. I am trying to get this changed over to a different format to play it, and it's freaking not working. It's being a pain in the ass right now. It's not cooperating with me. I don't like it. I don't fucking like it. I don't fucking like it at all. Not even a fucking little bit. Pissing the hell off. Aww. Thank you so much. Thank you, Claude, for sending a $25 donation. She said, thanks for making a nice place to hang and chat and listen. Oh, thank you. That's so nice. I love reading you guys' little notes that you write sometimes on these. They make me so happy. Also, big shout out to random supporter who was in here last time who sent a Venmo after I wasn't live anymore. I appreciate that very, very much. I appreciate all of you, even those of you that catch me when I'm not live anymore. I am tapping into the mainframe, goddammit. I'm trying to fucking fix it. Well, it's 4 p.m. my time, so it's probably 1 p.m. your time. So that's about half hour, 35 minutes from now. She wanted to make sure I was going to be done by then. I said, yes, I will be done by then so she can do her spaces up for it. We don't want to like interchange. We want everybody to be able to, get into there, to be there for all of them. I know. Good to see all of you. I missed you guys so much. You have no idea. You've missed everybody so much, like so much. I am tapping into the mainframe, you know? I'm trying to reformat this, and it's giving me a hard time because I really wanted to play some of this for you, but it's like not doing it. Okay, hold on. I might be doing it now. Hold on. Okay, download. Let's try this. Downloady. Now, let's try this. MLF is doing spaces at 4 o'clock my time, which is 1 o'clock if you're where Amy is in Cali. It'll be 1 o'clock that time, but it'll be 4 o'clock this time, my time, Eastern Standard Time. It will be blank. Damn it. I've tried to do this 3 times by reformatting. Damn it. Hold on. Let's try this. Oh, God damn it. Let's try it in email. See if this works better. Damn it. This is bullshitaki, I say. Bullshitaki. Let's see if it works better this way. Add it this way. Problem playing. What the fudgicles? You know I'm no tech genius or anything, but I'm pretty good at some things, and it's just like not fucking doing what I want it to. It's not even playing my media player. Like, what in the actual fuck stick is going on here? You know what? The computer's just being a putt knocker. That's what's happening, you guys. It's just being a fucking putt knocker. Damn it. Cloud convert? Let's try this one. Let's try this one. You know, it's agitating when the shit doesn't go the way I want. I used to eat chewy granola bars all the time, but they're expensive. They are literally expensive. It's mostly like, I just mostly buy like, and even fruits are super expensive, and we love fruits in this house. But I buy bananas because they're, not super expensive. And I love bananas, and I love watermelon, and I love cantaloupe, and strawberries. I don't do raspberries or blueberries. I'm not a fan of those. Yeah, he got an extension with his false fake evidence, because that's what the fuck he does, is bring fake false evidence. Even though, and I don't know if Kate brought it, but even though he literally admits to just doing it to waste her time. Like, he doesn't need an extension of a restraining order. He was never afraid of Kate. He used it in a way to try to shut her up or get her to not be in the same place, like, come on. And he admits that in private messages. It's what he does, Yeah, they were definitely bigger. I agree with that. I feel like they've shrunk everything. Fruit roll-ups, fruit by the foot, definitely shrunk. They are liars. They're making everything smaller, but keeping it more expensive. Like, who are you kidding right now? We know you're making the food smaller. Putting more air in the bags of chips, you know what I'm saying? I often give my kiddo fruit for school, like fruit and then like juice boxes, because she has to have it for snack. But she doesn't eat like junk, really. Like, she might want chips once in a while, but even that, they make those bags smaller. Man, they're expensive, man. Right? They're expensive. The first things that I buy when I do go grocery shopping are her snacks for school so that she has them. And the next things I buy are meats for the house, and then sides. And the meats are expensive. Dude. 1 pound of hamburger is like $7, $6, between $6 and $7. Like, that's crazy. And that feeds us for one meal. One goddamn meal. Like, how crazy is that? So like a $250 grocery order lasts me about a week. Like, that's how expensive shit is here. It's fucking bonkers. And I bargain shop. I'm a bargain shopper. I don't need to have name brand everything. If it has the same ingredients, why do I need name brand everything? Like, that's I don't. Like, cream cheese, why do I need, I don't need Philadelphia cream cheese. It's damn cream cheese. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, I don't need, the Thomas's kind of bagels. I could just get the regular everything bagels, I love red meat, and I'm really not supposed to have a lot of it because I have gallbladder issues, but, I love red meat. I do. I love chicken. I love chicken. I'm not a huge pork eater besides bacon. I mean, I think there's something wrong with you if you don't like bacon, right? Like, I mean, seriously. If you don't like bacon, we got a problem. All right, Houston, there's a problem. Bacon is amazing. Who doesn't like bacon? I have one friend that says she doesn't like bacon, and I'm like, girl, there's something wrong with you. You can't not love bacon. Who doesn't love bacon? Bacon's amazing, okay? Bacon is amazing. But yes, it was extended, unfortunately. I don't think Kate has said anything yet, as far as I understand. But it's just fucking crazy to me that they gave him that shit with more fake evidence that he brings in. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if she brought it or not, but she could prove that, he just did it to play fuck, to waste her gas and to waste her time. Like, that's what he does. Like, oh shit. Let me show you guys this. Shannon just said something. So she said 5 hours ago, stop lying to the courts and weaponizing restraining orders to silence people. Thanks. This is a screenshot from stuff that she had from the blog this was stuff that's on her channel on YouTube. And it's a group chat that Aiden used to have called Blog That. And this is Aiden, the Clarence Woods Emerson account, which he's had for forever on Facebook, basically saying, I'll get an order on him to shut him up. This is an easy one. How many times does he threaten to smash my teeth and seems to think everyone is going after his wife and kids? Diane says his wife isn't going to drive him. He's not a threat. He just thinks he's scary. It's like he's making up controversy just to start some imaginary war. I know that, but an order would shut him the fuck up. So this is this person saying his wife isn't going to drive him. He's not a threat. He just thinks he's scary. And Aiden saying, I know that, but an order would shut him up. So then this person said, who's contacting his family? I asked that 3 times. So it's like, Aiden's contacting his family. That's what he does. Oh, I love a BLT. Girl, I haven't had a BLT in so long. Oh my God. The last good BLT I had was from New York Bagel Co. So freaking good, dude. You have to have it on bread, though. Can't have it on a sub roll. You have to have it on white bread because it's not correct if it's not on white bread. And you got to have it with cheese, because I like it with American cheese, and onions. So bacon, lettuce, tomato, mayo, onions, and American cheese on white bread, cut in half. Amazing. Best BLT ever. So Chris said, in his hearing today, again, he used Karen as a shield. This time, using her interaction with Kate as evidence for himself. At least TV refers to Karen as his, quote, former friend during this. I thought the house was rebuilt, buddy, LOL. So that's the thing. That's not evidence, okay? You can't say that Kate yelled at a defendant or even a plaintiff in a civil case, and therefore it's harassing to me because she's a former friend of mine. That's not evidence that you need a restraining order. And I don't know what these judges in Leominster are really doing at this point, to be honest. And if I was Kate, I would fight that. I would file a motion to reconsider, and I would bring in more evidence. There's a Jersey Mike's not far from my house, but I've never had their BLT. And also, it would be too far for me to walk. And also, I'm a big broke right now. I had so many added expenses I did not know that I was going to have with like the storm and moving. I had to rent the truck twice, like pay for extra days, like because of the storm, and we couldn't get out of the house to do anything. Never mind bring the thing back. So yeah, like a whole slew. And then my husband's work was called off for multiple days, so his last shift was really bad. Like it was just like it's bad. Let's just put it that way. It's fucking bad. Let's see. G.A. Hello Kitty said, warning to women that follow the superfan blogger. You are not the exception. You will never be an exception. He's going to burn each and every one of you. If it isn't if, it's when. Gradually start stepping away and leave him to self-destruct. Now, how many times did this chilly lady here say it's not an if, it's a when? If you go back 2 years in my videos, I am saying that exact sentence. I'm saying it's not an if, it's a when. He will burn you. Every last one of you. Every last one of you. So my good friend Karen from True Crime Wine said, when will the turtle people realize this? I mean, he's already blogged about Jess before they were besties. She literally says it made her suicidal, but she also wants to be his go-to girl. Zero self-respect, Jess. Please teach your daughters not to admire or worship their abusers. And Karen's right. Narc survivor DL says, I can't even watch Melanie Little. She turns my stomach. Agreed, my friend. You know? And then apparently Aiden admitted that the account was his on his live show last week, one of his sock accounts. And he said the length of time that elapsed between him deactivating the account and when it became active again under another user. Wow, he's still trying to deny it. I can't. I literally can't. I cannot. I mean, no, it doesn't really matter, but it's just him weaponizing the court some more and lying. It just proves that, like, he can't stop himself from lying and trying to falsify evidence to help himself, right? You just cannot. You literally can't. Just can't. Literally just can't. You know? Just can't. Oh, let's see. Oh, the Ghetto Mellow account, because that was Aiden, you know? Lara said this is exactly why Dr. Fuller put out the audio and phone extraction out to continue on with his obsession and fantasy of being connected to a whole high-profile defendant. Bradle, she tagged Bradle, your client doesn't care who he takes down, including you. Probably best advice anybody could ever give Bradle, which is he will take out both of his attorneys eventually. Eventually, when he loses, he'll claim ineffective assistance of counsel, and then he'll just smear his attorneys into oblivion. Because they didn't get him the result that he wanted. Nobody can give him the result that he wants because he's a fucking liar. Oh my God, I love this. Carly said, Turtle Boy, you are in fact able to buy your own computer. They will sell you one at this computer store.
That I have to have like a PC, which would
a PC.
So where are your phones? What's the deal with your phones? Have you given up on them?
I'd like them back at some point. I mean, they gave me this hard drive thing that's not even compatible with the Mac. So to even look at that, I had to have like a PC, which my ex-girlfriend had, and you know, so she's not around anymore. So I can't even read. I have this phone extraction. I can't even read it. And so it's like, can I just get my phones back?
So where are your phones?
Yeah, they will sell you one at the computer store, buddy. You can buy a PC. So him complaining, I don't even have a PC while you're buying a house, while you're trying to do $50,000 fundraisers in 12 hours. Like what in the fuck are we doing here? Like, what the fuck are we doing? You know? Exactly. Why not? But listen, the screens for a regular computer, my screens, and they're pretty large. They're about this big, each screen. I have two of them. Each one of these screens were about a little over $100. Now, the tower is the expensive part. So the big computer tower. What I got from my wonderful friend in the UK was what's called a mini computer. So these run probably around $600-ish. To run streaming, you kind of need more oomph. But to get I did that. I yeeted myself. I did it. I yeeted myself because, you know, I'm good for that. Yeeting myself and all. Okay, so nonetheless, I'll just move the camera, right? This is my mini computer called a Geeko, right? It's this big, okay? See the screens where you beautiful people are? Okay, and my lighting behind the desk, but this is the tower. He could get one of these for $600 and a screen for $100. Would that be so expensive that he couldn't afford it? No, I don't think so, right? Like, it wouldn't be that he couldn't afford to get himself a mini computer or, you know, a small geekum hard drive, right? Like, come on. And yeah, his lawyers, obviously one of the two of them have to have one, right? There's no doubt about it that they probably have one. It's just another way for him to complain and whine and be like, oh, my people need to buy it for me. Everyone needs to buy it for me. Like, no, they don't need to buy. You can do it yourself. You're buying an entire house, my dude. Like, you're buying an entire house, you know? So I mean, making a mistake and apologizing are two different things, you know? Two very big differences for sure. But nobody gives a fuck when it comes to it. Nobody cares, Aiden. Nobody fucking cares. Get your own computer. It's your own goddamn problem. It's your own problem. It's your own fucking problem. Nobody gives a shit. That's the difference with him, is his whole wah me thing. I can't do this because someone else has to do it for me is part of his problem. Is if someone doesn't do it for him, it doesn't get done. He can't adult. He doesn't know how to adult. It's not a thing, you know? What the fuck is happening now? Sorry. I don't even know, like, what I'm doing right now. Hi? Hi, computer. How are you today? What's happening? See, I'm already fucking shit up today. Nobody, he can't, what he, you know, he seems to think that, like, people not suing him magically means that, like, he's right or something. That if you don't sue him, then that means that, you know, you somehow, some way are wrong and everything he's saying is right. Not suing him does not equal him being right. It just simply doesn't. Right? Not suing him means you don't have $100,000 to spend bringing him back to court for defamation. I don't have $100,000. I don't have $50,000. I don't even have $10,000. I don't even have $5,000. So no, I will not be suing him in court unless it's with multiple other people, which is being looked into right at this moment to see if we can all just come together and do it as one, right? Because people don't have the money. They don't have $100,000 to spend suing someone for defamation. Right? You have to pay for all that yourself. So he tries to, yeah, he is codependent. He tries to use people not suing him as some sort of evidence that he's right. Like, well, they didn't sue me, so I must be right. Well, they didn't sue me, so nothing I said was wrong. And that's just simply not true. They just don't have the money or the time to be able to sit there and go back and forth to court with you. Just because he lives in courthouses doesn't mean everybody else wants to, you know? It's crazy to me. Well, I mean, even if he does bait people to sue them, the people who are going to sue him are going to have the money to, and they'll have every right to, and he'll lose. So it's stupid for him to even say something dumb like that, you know? He does like to depend on his fans, just aid and assist in taking care of all of his issues. He's been doing that for a long time. He needed them to pay for his legal defense fund so he could buy a house, right? Instead of spending his money on his legal defense fund, he spent it on buying a house. The fact that none of his, like, core followers at this point have a problem with that is fucking amazing to me. You guys had no problem paying for his legal defense where he created it all on his own, and he creates more and more legal problems for himself by doing it. No other, ever notice he talks all about how, like, this is happening to journalists, this is happening to independent media. I'm independent media. I'm not going to jail. I haven't committed any crimes. I'm not running with a bullhorn. I'm not sending my audience after people. I specifically tell them not to do that because that is criminal behavior. Right? There's no other media person, independent or non-independent, that is being taken to court for criminal matters like him because no one else is doing the dumbass shit he does because everyone else knows on planet Earth that it's a fucking crime. So the people who keep believing in his nonsense free speech thing, in the meanwhile, when he logs offline, he's running straight to the police station to complain that people are freedom of speech, telling other people how horrible he is and to highly stay away from him so that you don't get caught up in his nonsense, you know, while he's trying to make up fake wiretapping charges and fake spying charges and fake they're following me and stalking me charges and fake charges where he literally makes up emails that he sends to himself or text messages he has other people send him from burner accounts so then he can go to court and say, see these burner accounts? It's this person that sent them to me and I know it is and they're stalking me. Meanwhile, he had his idiot friends send him those numbers from, you know, different apps of burner accounts. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is the shit he's been doing for 10 years. It's not new. It's all the same shit over and over and over again. You know? I just don't get it. I don't get how many of these people are still falling for it, you know? He does act like he's taking one for the team when he goes to court. The problem with that is he's not taking anything for the team. He has to deal with his own actions. And so he gets online and he makes this big, giant fucking problem out of, they're trying to put me in jail. They're trying to take me away from my children. You can give a fuck about any of that, bro. He cares about pulling people's emotions out of it. That's what he cares about. He cares about pulling every person's fucking emotions out of it so that they'll feel bad enough to donate to his channel. The amount of people that still donate to him but don't support smaller channels is fucking baffling to me. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Probably never will. Not only does he not need their money, right? But he's lying to their faces. I could not support someone that has been caught in as many lies as him, even simple ones, small ones, right? That man can't keep up with his own lies, that he contradicts his own lies all the time because he forgets. He forgets the lie, right? You don't have to worry about forgetting the lie when you're not fucking lying. I never have to worry about what I'm going to say because I don't need to lie. So I don't have to worry about getting caught in my own lie because I don't have to fucking lie. There's nothing to lie about, right? I'm probably way more of an open book than I should be, you know, with personal shit. Like, yeah, Don Lemon was arrested for way less. Way less. Like, come on, man. Like, let's be honest here. But he tries to pretend he doesn't understand. He does understand. He uses Proton accounts because he knows those Proton accounts can't be tracked. He's been using Proton for years. Then he pretended that he didn't know what Proton was. He pretended he didn't know that there was Proton and that you couldn't, you know, track a Proton email. He's known that for a very long fucking time. He pretends to not know tech. He pretends to not know anything. So later on he could be like, well, I didn't know that thing. So how could I have done it? I didn't know about it. Like, if you go back to all of his group chats, he talks about this shit years ago, showing that he knows full well how it works, guys. Full well. His books are a lot of lies. He throws in a lot of bullshit and just words, essentially, into his book to try to make himself look like a martyr, like a good person. He's just simply not. And if you're watching him now and you watch all the shit that happens, you're easily able to tell in his books where the lies come from. Also, if you know his background and his family and things about that kind of stuff, you can easily pick out a lot of the crap that he indulged on or lied about. Like, it's unfortunate. It really, really is. But that's who he is. There's no change. Jail is never going to change his behavior. It's simply not going to. Nothing is going to change the way that he fucking behaves. Nothing. His 60 days in jail last time did absolutely nothing. I don't expect it to do something if he spends years in jail this time. I don't. I simply don't. Narcissists can't change. It's like abusers. They don't magically stop abusing, right? When I left my abuser, he didn't magically stop abusing women. He didn't stop hitting women. He just abused another woman and another woman and another woman and another woman. And they didn't want to listen to the warning, you know? There is nothing that's ever going to make him be a better person. He does not have the capacity to give a fuck about anyone. And in my opinion, I don't think that just Machado has the capacity to give a fuck about anyone. She has more crying meltdowns than anyone I have ever fucking seen. I have cried probably a handful of times on my streams. And usually it has to do with very heavy subjects, mental health, suicide, family, like things like that. Like that'll get to anyone, right? But if I'm feeling so overwhelmed that I need to bawl on a stream, then I'm just not doing it that day. And I'm just simply not doing it. I honestly believe that she does it for the donations, that she does it to pull at people's heartstrings. Like, you don't need to do all that extra. If people want to support you, they will show that they support you and your channel, right? They will show that. I fully believe in my capacity to be able to make a safe space and a space where all of you can come together, feel safe, and have these conversations, not be attacked, not feel like someone's belittling you or making you feel like you're this big because you didn't do enough or you didn't support enough or you didn't talk enough. I have plenty of people who watch from the bushes and will pop in once in a while and be like, I'm here, just popping in from the bushes, that I know are watching from the bushes. They may never say a word in chat, but I know that they're watching, right? That means a lot. As a small creator, it doesn't matter if the support is people being here every time I watch, or people buying memberships or gifting memberships or donating via CashApp or Venmo or PayPal, like whatever thing people choose to do, I can't control what they choose to or what they don't choose to, how they choose to support, how they choose not to. But I fully believe that one day I won't have to ever mention support or donations, because once you're at, like, I'd say it's about 10 or 15,000 subscribers, like people just steadily do, they know, right? And they steadily will. And so you don't have to worry about mentioning it. People harp a lot on the smaller creators for having to mention where people can donate or how they do, but they don't have a choice, right? If you don't remind people, some people won't know. New viewers might not know. Old viewers might forget until you mention it. Once you're at a point where there's so many subscribers that like people fill in the gaps, then you don't ever have to mention it again. Smaller creators get kind of the shit end of the stick because YouTube doesn't just pick up the algorithm and say, let's push out these small creators, right? You have to build the platform yourself. You got to get close to 10,000 yourself before that algorithm really starts picking you up and pushing you out, right? And when I get to that point, I make a promise that I am going to help smaller creators. Like, I refuse to be one of those creators that gets to 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, or even 100,000 subscribers and just forgets about everyone else and doesn't have anybody on but the people who are like almost at the same point as me. I want to help smaller channels thrive because it is so difficult to get from where I am to where you want to be. You know, it's extremely difficult. The costs are there, the getting over the humps of viewership, what time to go, what time not to go, when you don't want to step on other people's toes when you're streaming. So you don't want to stream at the same time as someone else that you might, you know, you don't want to cross audiences so that people can't watch this person. If they're watching you, you want to be able to support them and support you. Like, there's a lot that goes into this stuff and a lot of thinking through before you do shit. So, you know, I fully make the promise that when I eventually get there, like, I'm going to help other creators, smaller creators. It's fucking hard. It's not easy. The amount of support Aiden gets, he takes for granted. So one day when it's no longer there and everyone has figured out who he is and what he does, that'll be the day that I can, like, rest easy knowing that he's not taking advantage of anyone anymore, that he's not hurting people, he's not actively, deceptively harming people behind closed doors and a little bit in public as well. There's so much shit he does behind closed doors that people have no idea about. Then he just gets on there and pretends like he does nothing wrong, and everyone, oh, well, I can't control the people that do this stuff. I can't control them. When in reality, he's engaging in it as well, just using fake accounts to do it. We have plenty of evidence of that over and over and over. He doesn't learn. So it's like he never learns from the first, second, or third time he gets caught doing it. He just continues to do it. And the turtle whiter's arguments will be like, why would he do that again when he's already been caught doing it once before? He's not that stupid. Yeah, the problem is he is that stupid. And he continues to keep doing those things over and over and over. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Now, I love your sinking faces, but I am going to wrap this up because MLF has a space at 4 o'clock, which is very soon, and I would like to join it. I would like to talk to some of those people over there that I haven't seen in a while. I missed everyone. And I want her to have all of you who are here now over there for her. I know that she's going to talk a little bit probably about Jess's meltdown. and I'll chime in over there as well. You should keep an eye on Krista Koala's Twitter. If you haven't today, you should probably keep an eye on that. Oh, here it is. Here's the full court hearing. Oh God, he was able to reformat it. I wasn't. I'll play a little bit of it before I leave. Thank you, Krista Koala, for providing us this. Come on. Why isn't it? Oh, there it is.
All right. You want an opportunity to
I'll mute myself and go to the bathroom while you guys listen for a second.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a copy of this to look at. Case, I've heard this before, right?
Yeah, last year it was renewed and the year before when it was first. That's different.
She does some sort of TV show or something like that, or?
Yeah, those are from
She
her.
said it was gonna be a physical assault.
Yeah, that's what initially got the order granted, yes.
That's what
This is
you want me
new.
to look at?
This
That's
is,
what this is?
no, that's new. This is stuff that's happened in the last year since.
I want her to hear it before we conduct the hearing.
Mr. Goggins.
What do you want me to look at?
We can cut through this, I don't know if you're inclined to do so, but the issue that I'm having here is that Mr. Conti is repeatedly attempting to contact the kids there.
I have the hearing in a few minutes. I don't want to look at anything that you haven't seen and you don't know what I'm looking at. I'm trying to be
Sure, so.
fair to everybody. Whatever you want me to look at, to the court office.
Absolutely. So I have here, Your Honor, just a list of the text message somebody in his Twitter account when it's been tweeting at me.
Let him look at that. Give her a copy of this.
Perfect, make a copy of it.
All right, so why don't you give that to the clerk? Just here, you make him copies. He made 2 copies of this. I want her to look at that.
Okay. So the DA's office is getting a.
I think that's the clear.
I did
So
see that.
you can go back and have a seat. You'll be given some copy of what she's supplying to look at. Yeah. Ms. Petey, have a seat. We're gonna bring in some sort of thing that's gonna let you look at this. I just want to remind everybody that the standard is to have to find there are 3 or more incidents that are willfully malicious, aimed at the plaintiff, intended to cause him fear, intimidation, abuse, and when I say fear of imminent bodily harm or property given, and did in fact cause fear, intimidation, abuse, based on words alone, have to be true threats of fighting forces, and that's a reason. So, everybody have a seat and take a look at this and let.
I have a copy.
Oh, we're making copies.
I tried to save the time.
All right.
One is familiar file.
All right, let's give the copy to the court officer and give it to the defendant.
It's only audio. This is the full hearing, but
All you really have to do is look at
it's only audio.
whatever that's recorded.
Can I just try your name?
We'll do that at the hearing. Where was that?
Good luck.
Calling 24 RO81, Eden Kearney versus Catherine Peter.
All right, thank you everybody for your patience. Madam Clerk, do you have all the submissions?
I just need to confirm which kind of the disc came from Mr. Kearney.
Yeah.
Which of these compositions are? Okay. And then this is from you, Peter? All right, I'll mark.
Mark those all as exhibits.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, and 3, however you want.
Okay, so for the record, the TBD will be plaintiff's exhibit 1. I'm sorry, this is yours. Right.
All right, let's take well, first of all, nobody has counsel for today's hearing, is that right? Shake that, no?
No.
All right, great. What I intend on doing is inquiring, you've been through this before, and then I'll probably take it under advisement. I haven't looked at any of the exhibits that I will listen to or watch. I don't know whether it's listen or watch, whatever you have as a disc. I'll take it under advisement. I'm going to encourage you to call back later today to find out what my ruling was on the order. Okay? Any objections to that? No. All right, great. So as I stated earlier, Mr. Kearney, you have the burden, and I went over the standard 3 or more incidents that are willful and malicious, aimed at you, intended to cause you fear, intimidation, or abuse. Fear is limited to imminent bodily harm or property damage that did in fact cause you to fear, intimidation, or abuse. And if based on the words alone, that the true threats or fighting words. Why don't you tell me, for the record, like I said, I've handled this before, but you're all refreshing my memory. I don't have a photographic memory from a year ago when this, I got it on the summit. But why don't you pretend you get a blank slate and tell me why you originally came in and sought this order.
So I originally came in, Your Honor, after Ms. Peter made several online.
Why the fuck is it buffering? I don't understand.
Threats on a YouTube presentation that she does, threatening physical harm on me if I showed up at various places, mainly courthouses.
That was years ago?
That she would beat me up, that she would bring men with
Didn't say that.
to beat me up, that she would recommend that I not show up to those places if I feared physical harm.
Let me stop you right there. Where and when and how many different times did this take place?
Well, we had 3 or more in order to have the order.
That's in your affidavit?
Yeah, the original.
It was not 3 or more.
So there was more than 3, but
I just want to make sure she knows what we're talking about, specific dates and times. Are they in any of these recordings or submissions?
no, it's in the original affidavit that I
Right,
filed.
have you seen that affidavit? And that has dates and times, at least approximate dates and times?
That's right, they were played in this court, and the order was granted after hearing them. So, there is so the order was granted last year, it was renewed, or 2 years ago, it was renewed again last year, and there's a continuing risk. What was that?
Did I do that?
Yes, you did, March 7th of last year. There is a continuing risk of harm. It's already been established when this order was granted. When she threatened to show up where I was, including courthouses, and assault me. In July of this year, of 2025, since the order was renewed, she then pled guilty to making these threats and was convicted in this court. The issue here is whether or not there's a continuing risk, and that answer is obviously yes. MGL 258.
There's no continuing risk.
Says the fact that the harassment hasn't occurred during the pendency of the order shall not in itself constitute sufficient grounds for not denying or failing to extend the order. So the existence of the order is what has prevented Ms. Peter from continuing to show up where I'm at, to make physical threats of violence, to tell me not to show up at places or else. And so for that reason, I would like it extended. She's shown in her behavior since the order was granted that she is going to continue to try to intimidate and abuse me. For instance, this week,
oh my
she published
God.
stolen material, my entire cell phone extraction.
It's not stolen. You're a fucking liar. By the way, Meredith already put out the evidence that it wasn't stolen. Nobody stole it. He's a fucking liar.
I was exposed to private and privileged messages with my attorney.
Like, he's such a fucking liar.
On several of these screenshots that she has posted on her Twitter, which has close to 9,000 followers.
Freedom of speech, bud.
And consequently, I mentioned that the evidence is one of the exhibits.
Let's throw out there, his phone number has been listed about 1 billion times on 1 billion different screenshots from 1 billion different people. Number one. Number two, freedom of speech applies. Posting things about him, true things about him nonetheless, is not fighting words or threats, right? You need those things for a restraining order. You need those things. The fact that the judge even extended it in this case is really bizarre, but the fact that they even gave it to him to begin with was bizarre already, okay? You need true fighting words, threats. None of those apply here. Do you know how many people don't get a restraining order? He is literally arguing, okay, right now against Kate, the same things that he said he is okay to do against everyone else, that it's just freedom of speech. I just want to throw that out there. All the things that he is claiming right this very second against Kate is all of the things that he has claimed to his very large audience is totally okay and is only freedom of speech, and that the government is just going after him because they're corrupt. He's arguing against his own argument to simply hurt Kate. What fucking planet do we live on here?
And it's led to several harassing phone calls, which she intentionally facilitated by, again,
Those phone calls, by the way, were way before the first order. So they were before the first order. That doesn't give you the right to extend the order, okay? And they weren't harassing phone calls. You simply didn't answer the phone. You said it's okay to call people and ask questions. Aiden, she had questions, right? You said that was okay. You do it on your show all the time. You even allow people to, like, you know, hear the number, but like, you say that that's perfectly okay First Amendment behavior, Aiden. Just saying. I'm just saying, right? Just fucking saying. You said that's perfectly okay, Aiden, but now you're arguing against it. I'm confused here, sir. I'm confused. Does it only apply to you? You fucking buffoon. The fact that you have the balls to sit there and argue against your own argument in court is just delicious. I love this for you, Aiden. I fucking love this for you, sir. I love this for you. Love it. Love it for you.
Publishing this stolen material, which my lawyers are currently exploring obtaining stolen property charges against Ms. Peter. On July...
I find that so funny. He's an actual idiot. No judge is going to file stolen. He's acting as if it's stolen, like someone stole his TV and then she received it. So that's receiving stolen property. This is a phone extraction that he willingly shared with a bunch of people and then it got leaked. That's not receiving stolen property, and no judge is actually going to do that. He better hope they don't, because if they do, guess who can be charged with that as well? Oh, that's right, him, for sharing Lindsay's phone extraction for the sole purpose of having it released on the internet. That argument ain't going so good for you, Aiden. I mean, arguing against your own argument and then having yourself charged doesn't sound like it's like peak winning. Even if you get the extension here, all you did was put on court record that you are arguing against your own argument. You are not a bright bulb, sir, are you? I'm sorry, you're just not. His argument is that it's stolen. That's his argument, that she's reposting his stolen phone extraction, which we all know isn't stolen. Meredith posted the receipts to that. And we all know that he sent to multiple people who have copies, including Courtney and Tina. Interesting, isn't it? He loves sending copies of shit to other people. So to try to pin it on one person, because he could have blamed Meredith for everything, right? Just like he blamed Lindsay for everything. Not a shocker. Same way he blamed Leah for everything, which is just ridiculous. But nonetheless, he's playing that same card again. She took my stolen phone extraction and posted it on the internet. Okay, freedom of speech, sir. Freedom of speech. He had no problem with releasing Lindsay's full extraction, even though he was under a court order not to. What he did was turn it over to someone else who could release it. So he's essentially arguing that he should be arrested for that, just to argue against Kate. I mean, how fucking dumb do you have to be? Really? How fucking dumb? No, there's no thing. He did. He did give it to Jason. He did. He 100% did. He gave it to Jason on purpose for the full extent. We have the text messages of him saying, like, I gave it to him to release, but why didn't he do it in this way or that way? He was mad that he didn't do it a certain way. So, like, there's proof of that. I don't know. Like, he's arguing against himself and arguing basically that he should also be arrested for sharing someone else's phone extraction and handing it off to someone else, because that would be stolen in his eyes, right, Aiden? That would be stolen. You absolute fucking buffoon. You moron.
I worked it last year. I was at a beach in Mashpee, Massachusetts. Miss Peter somehow found out.
After the order.
This after the order, yeah. Miss Peter somehow found out I was there, and she went online and she posted my exact location and very specific small beach in Mashpee.
Doesn't qualify for a restraining order.
On there and
does it qualify?
Essentially, come find me.
She didn't urge anyone to go find him. See, that's the thing. He's a liar, and he knows
that. She posted pictures and the license plate of my girlfriend's car from a picture that either she or a friend of hers took, identifying.
Now, let's also remember that where Aiden was where the witnesses were. So he leaves that part out. Anybody notice that? That he leaves out that he was purposely going by where the witnesses in the case were that he was already at a stay away order from and is being charged currently for picketing witnesses and witness intimidation for. He leaves that part out, that he was there doing that when we found out he was down there. Posting that on the internet that he's doing that does not qualify for an RO. But he leaves that entire part out. Gee, I wonder why. I wonder why he leaves that part out. Gee, I don't know. I don't know. Why would you leave something like that out, sir? I don't know.
Application encouraging further harassment in February.
Encouraging further harassment by posting my location. So all the times that he posted where other people live, including the witnesses, it encourages further harassment. Duly noted, Aiden. Thank you. Duly noted. Duly noted. I think that's why Chris put this giant thing that says hypocrite on the front. Duly noted, Aiden. So every time you did it, it's encouraging further harassment. Got it. Sure.
2026, she posted a private video of my 8-year-old daughter crying, in which my daughter's name is mentioned. And
once again, posting things on the internet about you, true things nonetheless, not things that are false, not things that are not true. Posting the truth because you're lying, I don't think that qualifies for an RO, bud. That's, you know.
She called me an abusive monster. 2 weeks ago.
To be fair, he is an abusive monster. That's a fact. That's an actual fact.
She bragged about approaching a woman by the name of Karen Reed, who's a former friend of mine who was recently acquitted from.
A former friend of mine. She approached a former friend of mine, Karen Reed. You guys heard that, right? A former friend of his, Karen Reed. I mean, it's okay for him to do that if it's for media, right? But nobody else can ask anyone questions, including Karen. You can't do that. You can't say anything to her. He can yell that he wants all the witnesses and the O'Keefe family and call them names. He can do whatever he wants. But if anybody else does it, even if it's correcting his lies or actually asking a valid question instead of just being a monster like he is, well, then you can't do that. You can't do that because he'll go cry to the court and whine and spin things like the baby back bitch that he is.
Murder and manslaughter charges in Norfolk Superior Court.
Because, Freeze, he can't not say her name. He has to attach himself to Karen at every point. Every point. He has to.
She bragged that she went up to Karen Reed inside the courtroom and called her a fucking murderer and a disgusting bitch.
Oh, I'm sorry. For all the things that Aiden has said, like, I don't know, calling a murder defendant's mother the C word. I mean, once again, arguing against himself like an actual fucking idiot.
Attempt to interfere.
And also, yes, license plates and pictures can be taken of people in public. You have no right to privacy in public. And nobody was stalking him. They knew where he was because he was stalking witnesses. Like, come on. Like, come on, man. Like, this is nonsense.
What does that have to do with you?
We're talking again. He's a fucking liar.
That is what she does when she's unrestrained. And there is no order in place. Again, the order was for
such a hypocrite.
I don't have to address that in response.
Okay. So,
don't interrupt it. You're patient, and I appreciate it.
Again, I have no doubt, based on that behavior, that she will do this to me. My court dates that she has a history.
Do it to me again.
She also has 2 pending cases against her that are
I
tangential.
have your board of probation record in front of me.
Pending cases don't really have anything to do with it.
$100 fine. I see
$100 fine.
those are open, and she has the presumption of innocence.
Presumption of innocence,
In
dumbass.
those instances, Your Honor, the one in Devon, for instance,
The fact that he doesn't know that you can't use those cases that she pled to, and paid a fine for it to be dismissed is amazing to me. Like, he pretends to know so much about the law, but like the judge said, she's presumed to be innocent, sir. Doesn't matter if she has pending cases, she's presumed to be innocent in those cases, so that's not something they can use there. But again, he cries about it anyway.
she's actually driving out of her way to be near me during that hearing. And she yelled, "Kill yourself," at a friend of mine who also has a HBO on her named Lauren Murray. The case in Attleboro, she's being
Your
charged
Honor, I'm
with.
going to object to this. This has nothing to do with this rating. These are unproven facts. These are unproven facts. I can test them. It has nothing to do with
Once
this.
again, I'm not asking you to testify, especially to open cases.
Just the fact that you don't put it on the record.
And as I already, as you just heard me say, I'm being fed everybody.
I apologize.
He mentioned something about you approaching Karen Reed, and I said I was going to completely ignore it, because it has nothing to do with him.
With him?
Your conversation with him.
Does not.
Very adept, and I'm not cutting you off. I'm very adept. If I remember the past, both of you have a tendency of verbosity. And I filmed it out.
He isn't afraid. He's a liar.
There's animation that goes back and forth here, and it needs this lengthy things. And I'm very good at filtering out and narrowing it to the confines. That's why you hear me always repeat that 3 or more incident thing. You guys have probably heard me say it to you ad nauseum. That's what it stands for. So you don't have to object, because I know how to filter it out. Certain things.
She still could object, and I would too.
No doubt that I will possibly filter it out. I'm being fair to everybody. You guys know the standards. He's starting to talk about somebody else.
I don't necessarily know if he was being fair, because Aiden did not meet the burden to continue this.
I get very.
Just didn't.
Talks about things that we've done in the past. They have some weight in the past, weight in the past. So we all know where we stand. So I'm gonna let him kind of go on a little bit, as I do you too. All right? Go on.
So I was saying, the other charge.
I ask you, once again, that's why I said no interruption. Okay, but if you feel guilty, everybody has a right to object. All right? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
So as I was saying, there was the case in Dedham where she yelled, "Kill yourself," at a friend of mine while driving intentionally to be close to me at one of my hearings, something she, and to obtain the order, she threatened to show up to my court appearances and intimidate me. In Attleboro, she has another charge for witness intimidation, also against another friend of mine, who she intimidated outside the courthouse. Again, I believe that's relevant, because that is the exact behavior that she threatened to do, which led to the order being granted in this first place. And so the reason that she has, in the last year, she has not had any actual new threats of physical violence is because of the existence of this order. This order has prevented her from doing that, and this court agreed that there were 3 more instances of true threats that she committed, threats of violence. When I first applied for this order, those facts haven't changed, and the order being in place is what prevents her from doing that. She's shown no signs of slowing down, and I believe that if this order is not removed, she will immediately go back to her old ways.
All right, thank you. And thank you for your patience with Peter. Now your opportunity.
I apologize for my objection. So,
All
yeah.
right, hey, look, you have a right to object.
I just want to correct a couple things, starting from the beginning here. So the dates and times of these statements that I made, which were not in your Honor's decision necessarily clear if they're classified as true threats or fight points. I'm not sure where he landed. We're not going to relitigate that part of it, but they were not threats to go where he is. In one case, I had said something, and they were never
If I
clear.
remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, you set them on some sort of broadcast.
It was a broadcast, they weren't necessarily directed.
And if I remember, and I might be wrong, so that's why I wanted someone to, you could correct me. That either one of you said you were gonna get somebody after him, or another, you said if you were around me, I'd punch him in the face.
Well, no, so the first thing I said was.
Well, that's why I didn't give you an opportunity to
I
correct.
appreciate it, and
I'm gonna
just.
reread the affidavit anyway.
Yeah, and the affidavit, so he claimed to you just now, Your Honor, that these statements were played in court. They were not. You asked me about them, I admitted to two.
I remember there some sort of recordings that it was gonna show.
They were not,
and
they were not
you did acknowledge at least one or two.
And I understand, and to my, to my own credit, Your Honor, if I say something or do something, I will be honest with this court. I take the oath that I just took my right hand very seriously. Unfortunately, Mr. Carney does not. So last year when we were here, I had raised the issue that he continues to try to engage with me. So it's mainly social media. We live an hour and a half apart. It's a burden every time I come up here. I almost didn't show up because I don't want any contact with him, but I did because he didn't use his words to try to.
Well, I usually invite anybody to appear by Zoom.
Right, well, maybe, I like to hear the battles and certainly contact me and talk, but I'm here anyway.
But
So
when
the-
you have written submissions, it's better when you hear.
Right.
You get Zoom stuff.
Yeah, so at the last hearing, I raised the issue that he continues to try to make contact. One of the things that I had cited to Your Honor, and I provided screenshots, was that I had.
Your submission.
It is, I've got, it's this page right here. So I had, in the last one, in the last hearing, I had cited to him tweeting at me, right? So I had blocked, he has about four Twitter accounts that I'm aware of. This is a screenshot that he sent to the same girlfriend that he's claiming that I harassed. They've since broken up, and she has been posting a lot of this information here. So it shows the 4 accounts that I am aware of now that he owns. Now, Sketto Mello, Wade Stevens, which has to do with my children as much as he's complaining about children, Aiden Carney at Dr. Carboy, and Trump v. DeSantis at Ron v. Dawn. So last time I had cited to a Twitter account at Turtle.
Why does it keep doing that? Let it do its thing. It keeps.
I showed Your Honor that he was tweeting out of it. In his response, he looked this court in the face under oath, and he said, "That is not my account. If you go back and you look, the last few tweets are unflattering to me." So what I have here, Your Honor, is a.
She's basically showing them that he lied to the court about his fake accounts, and there's proof that these accounts are his, and then he's been contacting her on those accounts because that's what he does.
Blog post from Mr. Carney's blog. This is his website. He is the sole owner and operator of this website. And it encourages his followers to find his various social media. Among them is at TurtleBoy.com. So I understand that the court has been crediting his testimony, and to the court's credit, I have not offered anything to give you a reason not to, but right here I have. He lied to you under oath, claiming that the account that he was trying to contact me on was not his, and it is. Okay, and so it looks like he's going to try that again. Just to switch gears for a moment, he talks about his conduct here. I just want to read off some of these tweets. So he's claiming that I was following him, I was not. We're both obviously very interested in the Karen case, right? He's covering it from Ms. Reed's perspective. I am sympathetic and supportive and an advocate for the victims, witnesses in that case. And there's a certain level of competition. I have been featured in the media, as has Mr. Carney. I am involved in a very large media project, which is a direct competition to Mr. Carney, without getting into too many details that he's come out on the losing end of so far as finding a commissioner and a streamer. I believe that this makes Mr. Carney angry, and it's that anger that is spurring this continuation of trying to get this order, not fear. So if you look at the post that I wrote regarding the beach on the Cape, I say, breaking news, Turtle Boy caught stalking Colin Albert, another auto.
Where is that? I want to make sure.
Same copy right here. We can go page by page, that's easier for you.
Well, no, I got it. Second page.
Okay, so it's actually the first and second page. Some of these seem to be kind of different, but I write, breaking news, Turtle Boy caught stalking Colin Albert and other Albert family members to Mashpee, Massachusetts. He is prohibited from going near Colin, who is the named victim in his multiple felony cases. There is photographic evidence, more as this develops. So I am reporting on developments in Mr. Carney's ongoing criminal saga. Colin Albert is a named victim in this case. He was not approached, but he saw Mr. Carney behind him on the beach. He let me know, I reported it. Mr. Carney bizarrely then adds in a GPS coordinates to prove that I was telling the truth. But I don't see the true threat, fighting words, or even that it's directed at Mr. Carney. I'm certainly talking about him, but I'm not talking to him. I'm certainly not trying to cause any fear. And I don't, and you know, this mirrors Mr. Carney's reporting about these witnesses in the case, as he has ongoing, ongoing litigation with them. As they are victims in his criminal case. He does this constantly. He calls it First Amendment reporting when he does it, but then he comes in here and calls it harassment when I do. I say on the beach within a reasonable distance, what coincidence yet again, he winds up where these people are. I'm not the prosecutor or the cops, that's where the picture is going to. This is not harassment, Your Honor. This is reporting. This is a matter of public concern. Mr. Carney has waged a war on the very fibers of the criminal justice system. He has been indicted for double-digit counts of intimidating witnesses in a high-profile case. I'm not doing it to cast aspersions, Your Honor. I'm simply stating that my reporting is squarely within public interest. It is not.
Yeah, it's at maximum volume. I said, so I put headphones in or something.
It's First Amendment. He cites to this picture. I didn't even mention it at all. I said, whose car is this? Driving by and threatening violence on a stage witness down on the cave. I know who was in the passenger seat doing a lot of yelling. This is all being documented now. This was a video that was provided to me by another witness in the Parenthood case, Brian Higgins. It was Mr. Carney and his girlfriend driving by the house, yelling at him. He was quite upset about this. This was actually later mentioned in one of Mr. Carney's court hearings. So again, this is public interest. There's no true threats. There's no fighting words. There's absolutely nothing that would cause fear and intimidation. He hasn't produced anything. As far as him claiming that I'm posting privileged materials to him and his lawyers does, first of all, let's go back to the phone extraction. It was not stolen. Mr. Carney, unwisely, gave a copy of his discovery materials from his criminal case, namely his phone extraction, to a girlfriend that he had at the time. She's not a lawyer. She's not part of his legal team. She's not an attorney. He gives it to her. They break up their shenanigans. At some point, it would appear, and I don't know for sure, but it would appear that she is the one that leaked it. It came into my possession. The only things that I have gone through and reporting on are things that directly relate to either Mr. Carney's witness intimidation case or Ms. Reed and her attorney's involvement in it. So what he's citing here, and frankly, the unredacted phone numbers was an oversight on my point, but he can't say that he is receiving harassing phone calls because of this. His number has been on the internet for the better part of 10 years now. If Your Honor is going to take this under advisement, I can certainly pull up video clips where he discusses how often this happens.
It's a hearing. Have you again submit right now?
I apologize. I wasn't anticipating some of this because these arguments are a little outlandish. But David Yannetti, the person who's the text messages here, that is not his attorney. He is not privileged materials. Arguably, he waives privilege when he started showing this. But regardless, I have no interest in his attorney-client privileged materials because it's not a public concern. His hiding the fact that he was communicating with a defendant in a high-profile murder case, and the attorney is encouraging lying to the public in the courts about that. I feel it is in public interest. This is, again, First Amendment stuff. So then we move to what I have submitted, Your Honor. And we do this with the backdrop that he's already lied to you once about an account that he owns that he was using to tweet at me. And we look at these accounts, the Ghetto Mellow, the Wade Stevens, the Abe Carney, and the Trump piece.
I agree, Emily.
And at Your Honor's leisure, you can certainly look at it. My handle is @MassGoldMafia. Anytime that you see that it means that he has tagged me in it. I get a notification. It is contact, right? And I don't know it's him until I get this information. So he is using a variety of burner or fake accounts to continue to try to initiate contact with me via Twitter. And I'm not saying that that is harassment or casting aspersions on him. I am simply saying that it is ridiculous that he is asking this court to order no contact when the only person that is trying to initiate contact is him. And he's doing so in a way that, God forbid, if he gets another fake account on me and I don't know who I'm answering to, he could foreseeably take that down to the police station and say, I just got a notification from her account on Twitter. She wrote a restraining order. But I have no way of knowing on a real-time basis whether any of his accounts are him or not. I feel like if he didn't want any contact, which I don't want any contact, he would have done what I did. And he would have just blocked the social media accounts and moved on. Notably absent from this is any sort of real life contact. I don't follow him where he is. Anytime that I made statements saying, better not show up here, I might have men with me. First of all, I did not intend that would be a threat of violence. I never said that there would be violence. I followed that up with, if you're afraid of real men with jobs, stay home. But it's because he was threatening to come to where I was, not the other way around. I've never ever done that to him. I mean, we're going on 2 years now of Mr. Carney using this order as a sword and continuing to try to initiate contact with me. And I don't think that his intention really here is to protect himself, or that he feels that he's in fear. Otherwise, he wouldn't be contacting me. I believe that he wants it for the optics online, so he could say, look at guys, she might be reporting poorly on me, but she's a bad person, I'm a good person. And I know that as his attorneys continue to file ridiculous motions claiming that I'm a government agent receiving CashApp payments from the district attorney and couch bribes, they want to take that into court for his criminal case and muddy up the waters and say, well, she's given information to the police before about him, and he's got a restraining order. She's a bad person. But that is not what 250-80 is intended for. 250-80, and I'm sure Your Honor is aware, was
Luther's fighting words.
Yeah, between people who are not related, the waitress, right? The waitress. Right, so that's the spirit of the law.
Ugh, fuck, why is it buffering? For the love of God. It's almost over, I promise.
It's not to cast aspersions on your online enemies or settle online beefs. It's certainly not to muddy up your pending criminal case.
What the actual? It's not me, it's the audio. And I don't know why. I don't know why. We tried to reformat it. I promise we did.
It's to.
Well, he's arguing against himself.
Bodily harm. He's not in any danger of that. He's never been in any danger of that. He's not acting like a person. So I would ask Your Honor to vacate this order.
Great, thank you. Your first one, I'm gonna give you a brief opportunity to respond. You said I would?
So,
I don't want you to be repetitive. I won't. All right, so
just want to address it.
please respond to what she said.
Okay, so she entered into evidence screenshots of me responding on Twitter. I don't know what this means. I mean, how Twitter works. If you respond to a tweet,
he's a fucking liar.
The person is in the tweet. I guess they get a notification. I'm not entirely sure.
He's a liar. He does know.
In these tweets, I am responding to a thread in which she is also tagged, and so we have each other blocked anyway.
He's a fucking liar.
Be notified about that. So I'm not sure what this even is.
He's a fucking liar.
Actually, I should have won both of them.
He's flatly lying. Under oath, I might add. I don't know how Twitter works all of a sudden. I spend 18 hours a day on it, but I don't know how it works. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm not addressing that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not addressing.
I'm not addressing any of these. Oh, okay.
I should have mentioned it.
Thank you, Your Honor. As far as a couple of things, she mentioned the attorney-client privilege. She posted messages with attorney Mark Randazza, who is my attorney counsel. She posted
no, he's not.
emails
Not anymore.
in 2021. The other day.
Not your attorney anymore, bud.
She's also, again, she published
and you shared them
out there. She claims that
it's been out there for years.
Okay, if she continues to publish it, and I experience further harassment, that seems to be your argument.
I don't get it either, Emily, because it shouldn't be. It's lies. That's why, because he lies so good.
A man by the name of Andrew Johnson, who was her living boyfriend, who showed up to court and physically assaulted me on the steps.
Objection, Your Honor, he was not convicted of that. He's been dismissed for lack of
Yeah, it was dismissed. Sorry.
So he
I was dismissed.
Johnson was charged with assaulting that.
It was dismissed.
Assaulting me.
It was dismissed. They can't take that into consideration.
The
Sorry.
charge was later thrown out.
Dismissed.
The Suffolk County District Attorney's Office didn't have access to the video any longer, so the case was dismissed as a result of that. But he was charged and didn't need to assault me. So her threats to have people show up with her, she follows through.
Oh, please.
As far as the incidents at the beach, which she concerns on there, I didn't see, Colin Almer was not there. That's a bold.
No, there's no video.
I just was spending an afternoon at the beach, minding my own business, and I look on Twitter.
No, he wasn't.
And next thing you know, Miss Peter is posting my exact location.
Oh, please.
Naturally encouraging further harassment.
He's a fucking liar.
And again,
they are public.
The order was initially granted because it met the requirements of
he's a
imminent fear of physical harm and true threats.
He's in fear of Kate.
In the last 2 years, she has shown that But she has no intention of
Bullshit.
slowing down, and that the minute this order is taken away, she will go right back to doing that. So.
Oh, I remember somebody else using that against you, and the judge said, no, that's not part of it. Of course he doesn't.
Patently false. So, I didn't think it should.
I would assume you disagree with just about everything.
Well, no, I mean, as far as the characterization,
Can't let this go on.
I would like to clarify that, I mean, there are tweets here where he's tagging just me, so, and they are clearly directed at me.
I'll look at those.
If you see crusty, that is what he calls me crusty panties. This man who is in fear, right, that's what he calls me.
He's not in
As far
fucking
as
fear of
the,
anything but
alleged
himself.
assault, that's not true. Suffolk County did have video, they had court surveillance video of Mr. Carney waiting around a pole outside the court for 15 minutes. This assault that he talks about was he's yelling at me, coming towards me. My partner cuts him off and walks in front of him. At some point, he makes contact. And he was shocked.
And he will just blatantly lie to the court. He's done it a multitude of times. Bringing fake evidence, that's what he does.
Thank you both. I'm going to ask the court office to pick one of the two of them, or whoever wants to volunteer. Take it under advisement. You should check back at the clerk's office sometime after this afternoon and find out what happened. I'd ask the court office, one of them to stay, or one of them to leave.
I was kidding. Final motion to reconsider. Bottom line, there were no true threats of fighting words in the last year. It needs to be dropped. It should have been dropped. There's no way that he needs to get a new order for any fucking reason at all. Yeah, I mean, he'll make them up. He'll just make other people make them, right? And falsify them and then bring them into court. He's done it a million times. Like, oh no, he doesn't. He thinks that's totally okay. You know, doxing is okay when he's doing it. It's not okay if someone else puts your number on the internet. By the way, he knows damn well his number's been on the fucking internet for years, and a multitude of people have posted it a multitude of times. Unredacted or not, dude, his shit's all over there. Like, what the fuck? This is Aiden's hearing from today, when he tried to extend the restraining order on Kate by bringing a bunch of irrelevant information to the judge that they can't even take into consideration when it comes to restraining orders, because it doesn't have anything to do with him. Then he decides he's going to lie about a multitude of other things, because that's what he does, right? Lies like a fucking rug. And then he argues against his own arguments. He says that she incites people to go where he is by saying where his location is and by posting his phone number, except he's done that to witnesses in a case and other people like myself and other people. And that's totally okay, he says. It's First Amendment, he says, when he does it. If anybody else does it, he then tells the court that he is in fear. He's in fear of imminent harm against Kate. He is fearful he's going to be harmed. He's a fucking liar, and we all know it, because there's plenty of messages where he says that he is just doing it to piss off Kate and to shut her up. In the same way that he tried to do to Brett and a million other people. He's not fucking afraid of anyone. He's a liar. He is a fucking liar. He was recording, yes. He did follow them, yes. Exactly. So then he tried to play that up like he's the victim, because that's what he does, right? Except the problem is he's not the victim. He's not the victim. He never has been and never will be a victim. You know? Yeah, exactly. It's just gross, okay? They didn't give anybody else restraining orders against Aiden for the very same behavior, because they're not true threats. No true threats or fighting words. There were no true threats or fighting words here either. So if they did, and what I'm told is that they allowed it to continue, if they did, and I'm Kate, I'm filing a motion to reconsider, and then I'm attaching a bunch of other shit proving all of his other fake accounts that have, you know, talked to me, and then I'm attaching all of his text messages where he admits to just doing it for funsies. Because at this point, there is no reason for this to be on for another fucking year. It's absurd and ridiculous. He just lies. Also, I'd be asked that they charge him with perjury. How many times is the man going to lie under oath before someone charges him with perjury? Or he's just going to keep bringing in false evidence and lying in court? I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it yet. I'm going to guess based on his lies, because you have nothing else to go on. There's no real evidence for that other than fake things that he submits that gives the complete wrong and twisted context to, and then leaves out the part where he contacted you first. So I can't imagine that the court could actually even rule on it without further looking into it themselves, which they're not allowed to do. So if you're left with what just the judge got without further looking into it, I don't know why the judge would extend that, because there's no true threats, there's no fighting words. That's not, I mean, not in the spirit of the law. So I really didn't understand why they gave it to him to begin with here in Leominster. I'm not understanding why they're extending it. It's been over a year. It's now been a year. That's why they're having a new hearing for it. So, and the phone calls were before the first order was even put in place. That's completely irrelevant to this case. You know? Yeah. Oh, that's what happened. JFK said, I don't know, is prescribed, and they assigned that to Gabriel, I'm assuming, guessing my time. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, not you're going to assign something someone else said. People love to do that. Assign something that someone else said to someone else. Like, don't do that shit, dude. Like, oh, because I like this person, that means everything they say has to be attributed to me believing it or me having the same thought. That's not true. Just because I like someone or I'm friends with someone does not mean I agree with every single thing they say or everything they say should be attributed to me. That's just ridiculous. Come on. But at the same time, if you're actively supporting someone like Aiden, if you're actively supporting an abuser and a coercive controller and a man that cannot stop lying, he can't stop lying about whether he took a pee 5 minutes ago, okay? Then I think at that point, when it's so blatantly in front of you that you ignore it, I think we got a problem, right? Like, this is why people call it a cult. It essentially is a cult. There's nothing here that doesn't scream cult. It's the way that it operates. It's the way that he brainwashes people into pretending that he is the victim. Every situation, he is the victim. I'm gonna wrap this up. MLF already has her thing going, and I'm already late on this. I want to send you guys all over there to Twitter, to MLF's spaces that she's having. For those of you who have Twitter, for those of you that do not have Twitter, I'll see you guys Sunday. I don't work Saturday. I spend time with my family on Saturdays, so I will not be here tomorrow, but I will be here Sunday morning for our first Sunday morning back. I'm excited about our first Sunday morning back. I miss my Sunday shows. For those of you who are just popped in recently, I appreciate you hit the like button. Subscribe if you already have not. If you'd like to support the channel, we more than appreciate it. We more than could use it at this point after moving. We have a million different ways you can support, including just being here, hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, all 3 ways. And then we have the other ways: CashApp, Venmo, PayPal. We have super chats, super stickers, super thanks. When it's not live anymore, you can do a super thanks, which is like something I always forget about. You can buy a membership. You can gift memberships to other people. Then there's a link at the top of chat. You can click on that and use any credit or debit. All of those are in the description of the video. Also, the Amazon wish list, which is now currently filled with all the things that I need for my new place. So I love your stinking faces. It's the name of the space. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. The name of the space is Machado's Meltdown. It's called Machado's Meltdown. And I will see some of you there. I love y'all. I'll see y'all on Sunday. Bye.